Joe. That ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wake up! Stop this boy!
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch waggle, help baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth.
Mr. T-Bone.
And a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis, pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. We are live at the Woody Hayes Athletic Facility here for the start of fall camp for the Ohio State Buckeyes, the defending, rather, as Ryan Day said, the attacking national champs, getting ready to take the field and start it off today and begin their journey towards getting that trophy again. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis Powell. Tyvis, you know your way around this place a little bit, don't you?
A little bit. You know, it was. I had some good memories here, some bad memories here, but ultimately, every time I see this building, it just I smile. Because you know what, when you actually like won it all and like won a championship, and you know you get to go inside the Woody and see the banner hanging, and you know you walk down those halls and see like pictures and stuff. Like it's like, man, like sometimes it's surreal to think like, man, I actually did play here. Like we think about all the great players and how great this program has been. You're like, man, I actually contributed. Like it feels kind of good.
Should feel good. You got some banners up there. I saw that. I went to the indoor part of the facility. Obviously, we're out on the practice fields getting ready because the Buckeyes will be out here, I believe, shortly after 9 a.m.
Yeah.
But they'll get underway with the actual, you know, I don't know. The pads probably don't pop today, right?
No,
there's no pads.
You got to go
today.
like 2 or 3 days before you put the pads on.
Yeah, but they'll be out here, you know, in football jerseys with cleats on, running around, getting ready for the season. But yeah, I stepped inside there, and they have the 2024 championship banner up along with all the other ones.
Yep.
It's a very nice display.
Yep.
They have a place there for all the college football, you know, playoffs that they've made.
Appearances, yeah.
Yep, which there's some blank spots next to it. Taylor Swift, blank space. You know, she's going to write your name on that.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see a few more of those in the next couple years.
I'm sure we will.
They're going to have to make those numbers smaller because I don't
be a lot of numbers. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to miss the playoffs for a while.
Yeah.
That may be famous last words. But, yeah, so we got plenty to get to today from the field. We are going to talk to Brian Hartline coming up here in just a few moments. Hopefully we'll have him before 6:30. 6:15-ish is what the target time is, but we'll find out. And then, of course, in the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to talk to Ryan Day. We'll get to get his thoughts before everything gets underway here at the Woody. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll talk to him around 7:15. So, yeah, plenty for us here. But, Tyvis, I want to know memories for you. Like, you see these practice fields. Do you have – I'm sure you have some fond memories, but I'm sure do you get a little bit of like oh, this is painful. Like, I'm sure there's some days where you've been in pain out here, right?
Of course. Of course. No, you know what? It depends on what year you asking. Like, my freshman year, I just remember being very anxious, you know, like, because you don't know what to anticipate. You know, you go through high school ball and, you know, talent-wise, you're just more talented than everybody, but you get up to the Ohio State University, and it's like, man, it's time to put it to work to see if I am that good. And, you know, when I see these fields, I think about me as a freshman and how nervous I was, and then I think about me as my last year as a player here, and I'm just like, oh, this is just another day at the park. Like, it was nothing to me. Like, you was excited for camp, but it was like nothing new that you haven't seen or that you haven't been through. So veteran Tyvis was very loud and proud and bringing the jokes and the energy. And, you know, I just really enjoyed every moment out here, whether it was good or bad. It made me who I was. It made me a better football player and made that team who it was. So I enjoy every single moment out here. And I hope that they still are playing Hang On Sloopy in the stretch lines.
Oh, yeah? Is that a tradition?
It was so back when Coach Meyer was coaching, you know, if practice was, if warm-ups was kind of like down, you know, and guys wasn't really into it.
Right.
I would look at him and I'd go, you know what the problem is, Coach? We need to hear HOS. And he said, you want HOS? You want HOS? There you go. Signal to the DJ, play HOS. And they would play Hang On Sloopy, and everybody would be upset at me.
Who can hate Hang On Sloopy? Come on.
No,
It's the greatest.
they want to hear that. They want to hear all that hippity hop stuff. They want to hear all that stuff. And I'm like, y'all need to listen to some tradition music. Fourth quarter means the start of the fourth quarter, which gives us energy. Yeah, it was a good time, and I had fun. That was senior year Tyvis.
Yeah, so that's I bet there is a difference when you get on campus and you're like, I'm just trying not to screw this up. I think about a guy like Jeremiah Smith, right? Who last year, I mean, all the hype was on him. Everybody knew that he was capable of greatness, but we were all waiting to see what would happen. Now he has a year under his belt where literally everyone under the sun is saying, we just had a discussion in the office. You didn't hear this because you had left, but a bunch of us were talking in the office yesterday
about the Heisman.
No, we were talking about if right now Jeremiah Smith walked into an NFL room of wide receivers and was like, I'm here for camp. I'm here to report. I'm good. How many rooms would he not be the number one guy on NFL rosters right now? I'm thinking it's
not
less.
A lot.
It's less than 10. Like it might be less. It might be 5. Like there might be. I mean, there might be 4 or 5 rooms where it's like, well, you're not the number one guy in this wide receiver group. But that's my point being, he's at a level now where, like, the hype last year was hype. Now it's just about pure production. He's already done it. He's shown you what he's capable of. He's got to do it for 2 more years here before he can go to the NFL, which is an insane thing to me, but I'm glad the rule exists when you have a guy like that. But
I mean, when I look at him, Jeremiah Smith, first of all, the interesting thing is he's kind of looked at as the vet. He's like the guy who, I know it's only his sophomore year, and you got like guys like Cardinal Tate and all those guys that was been here ahead of him, but when he talks, like, people are going to listen to what he has to say, So I'm very interested, when we talk to Hartline, I'm actually interested to know how has he been in the vocal leadership role? Has he been able to do that? Because Jeremiah Smith is naturally quiet. Like, he's not, he doesn't do a lot of talking. So now that you're kind of forced into that role, you had a great leader in Emeka Egbuka last year. What was the things that you picked up from him? And how are you able to, reciprocate that to your teammates? That's what I want to know. And then knowing that you're going to be the guy, like knowing like, okay, so during the season last year, he was kind of up and coming. So defensive coordinators kind of knew, but they didn't really give him all his respect. And we've seen that throughout the entire season. The only team that I think gave him the respect he deserved was Texas. Texas held him to 1 catch for 3 yards. How is he knowing going into this season, like, I'm probably never going to see single coverage?
Well, that's right. And then from that standpoint, too, I would think I'm sure it's not lost on him what Texas did, and I'm sure it's not lost on him who the first opponent of the year is.
Oh, yeah.
Here in front of the home fans. So there's there's that level of motivation. We got tons of Buckeye discussion today. We're going to get into that. We also have the list coming up, top 3 football movies of all time, and I wanted to go 5 there, but honestly, I don't know that there's 5 great football movies. I think there's 3 for sure.
Yeah.
4 pushing it. Then after that, you start. No, at least for me.
I think it's 5.
You have 5?
Yeah.
Dylan, do you have 5? Are you thinking there's 5 great football movies? I'm thinking there's like 3 max, maybe 4.
I think we could get to 5. Maybe you need to watch more football movies.
Sorry, I'm a film guy, not a football movie guy. I'm a tape guy. I'm in the film room.
I can think of 5 movies off the top of my head.
That doesn't mean they're good.
They are good.
No.
All 5 of them are
the list is
classic must-sees.
The list is coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. I say 7 o'clock hour because we have this guy named Ryan Day joining us.
If he joined us at 7.
Hopefully 7:15. If he does, we're bumping that up to 7. If he doesn't, then we should do it at 7:15, but we'll see what we do.
Anyway. No, if he comes in the middle of our segment, he's going to have to wait.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Ryan Day's standing here. We've got so many questions for him. But my number 2 football movie, you can wait another segment. You're not busy today. Yeah, that's fine. So lots of that from out here live. We are at the Woody Hayes facility. We are here for fall camp. Ohio State getting ready for the 2025 season. So we have got all that coming up. We are going to talk to Brian Hartline here in the next few moments. We also have some news about the Browns. There's a little hiccup with their stadium, which I was kind of surprised to hear about. So we'll get into all that coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis live from OSU spring. What? Start over.
You about to say spring?
Dylan, start over. I almost said spring. OSU fall camp here on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. Well, we are noticing a crash for folks over on our north side. This is just west of Westerville, that I-71 northbound direction, just before the I-270 area. 2 left lanes are currently blocked right there, and drive time's not looking too good. We're looking at 43 miles per hour. Definitely a lot slower again on that 71 northbound side. Police are on scene, hoping to clean up the situation pretty soon. But if you are heading in that area, make sure to take it nice and easy this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat Fan Drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
When was the last time you could just jump out of bed without having to worry about your knee or back? You probably have this in the back of your mind. This will disappear, but nothing has ever changed. It's Tyvis Powell, and it's time to call and schedule that free consultation with Dr. Wolkoff and his team at QC Kinetics here in Columbus. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. I'm glad that I did. Let me tell you about my experience. Other patients and myself have turned our lives around with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissues. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Check it out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
The sun is out and the savings are on at Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Take up to $7,000 off MSRP on any new Kia EV in stock, or get up to $3,000 off MSRP plus 0% financing for 60 months. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Largest Kia dealer based on current ground stock at all 4 Coughlin Kia locations. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 for 1,000 finance. All manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Dealer financing required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. And 7/31/25.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Polaris Fashion Place. Grand opening celebration August 15th through August 17th.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org.
It's hot out. Stay in the house and cool yourself with the sweet sounds of The Fan. You can watch on YouTube or tell your smart speaker to play 97.1 The Fan. It's the equivalent of putting ice cubes down your pants. All right! The Fan.
I love my public school. My teachers are awesome. And everyone who works here makes sure I have what I need to learn and be my best. My classmates and I need your support too. Please stand with the Ohio Education Association to ask for the fully funded public schools every kid deserves.
Ohio's public schools are the heart of our communities. They're safe, welcoming learning environments where everyone can thrive.
Because in Ohio, public education matters.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Fan weather.
from the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see chances of showers and thunderstorms in your morning forecast. Otherwise, it'll be a mostly cloudy start with our wake-up temperatures in the 70s. And then for this afternoon, first half of the day, best chances for showers and thunderstorms, some which could have heavier downpours. Otherwise, starting off mostly cloudy, but by the time you're heading home from work, becoming partly cloudy and cooler today with our highs only getting into the upper 70s. We'll see lows down into the low 60s overnight. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
If you're ready to turn your passion into serious action, Prime Sportsbook Ohio bringing you a massive welcome deposit match offer. Here's the deal. Deposit up to $400. Up to $400. Prime Sportsbook's going to match your deposit 100%. It's up to $400 in bonus bets. But wait, here's the best part. You can use those bonus bets anytime. They're valid for a whole year. 1 whole year. Your bonus bets valid for football season, basketball season, hockey season. Don't miss out. This offer is for first-time deposits only, and it can expire at any time. So hurry up. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today from your favorite app store or visit primesportsbook.com and get started betting reduced juice. Literally costs less to bet with Prime Sports Ohio. Want to bet? Download Prime Sports Ohio today. Additional terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and older and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please play responsibly. So I saw this story about Jimmy Haslam, Tyvis. We are out, by the way, at the Woody Hayes facility. We are ready for Ohio State to take the field here at 9 a.m. for practice, start off fall camp. We will be talking to Buckeye coaches throughout the morning. But Jimmy Haslam, your guy. You work for the man.
He signs my checks. So
up there in Cleveland, yeah.
Be kind.
I mean, he didn't pay me.
You can
Jimmy,
say
cut the check. I'm
say
ready.
What you want to say?
You cut the check. I'll
to
talk.
be fair, I will criticize him.
I know you will. I'm just
I
giving you
won't
crap.
disrespect him.
No, that's right. Well, Jimmy Haslam was talking to the media. He says there is a 99.9% chance the new stadium gets done without money from Cuyahoga County. So they've got $600 million from the state. Cuyahoga County, which is where Brook Park is, so is like all of Cleveland. They are supposedly going to kick in another $300 million, according to Jimmy Haslam, and then that's almost. I mean, my math tells me it's $900 million.
Yeah,
close to $1 billion. I know the stadium's going to cost well over $2 billion.
Yeah,
but Jimmy says
6 or is it 3?
It's 6 from the state.
No, I'm saying the total.
Oh, okay,
I
2.6.
think it's like
maybe
2.6 or something like
It'll
that.
go up from there.
Yeah, there's always setbacks. There's always extra things that got to go into it. It's about a $3 billion project.
Yeah, I don't know if you've taken a look at things, but price is going up.
Oh,
so on
yeah.
construction, it's
Tell
all
me about it.
Yeah. So at any case, he is hoping to get that $300 million. He and D. Haslam. However, he said if we don't get it, that's all right. We've got the money. We'll do it. And to me, that's like bad negotiating.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if it's like, but also he probably knows, like, if you go to Cuyahoga County and it's like, I may not build my stadium out in Brook Park, there's going to be a lot of people in Cleveland and that area who are like, good, don't. Just redo the stadium up there and you could stay in downtown Cleveland and be on the lake and that would all be great. We'd have no problem with that. So his leverage here is like, you're going to make me spend my own money to build this stadium, and I just might do it.
Well, you know, it's crazy.
Go ahead.
That's literally what everybody says. Like, do it, pay for it yourself. Like, that's the thing about it is, you know, he's building this place, and it's not like he's just building a stadium. He's got, like, hotels, restaurants, and all of these things. And if he pays for himself, that's all his revenue. He don't have to never share it with anybody else. It's all his income.
Right.
And everybody kind of knows he has the money because he like recently sold Pilot for like $11 billion. So it's like everybody know you got it. And, you know, when it comes to the $600 million thing, the reason like I don't really look at that because I know a lot of people are up in arms about, you know, the state of Ohio giving him $600 million towards this. If I remember correctly, I think he's given the $600 million to help with the whatever they do with the stadium downtown. Like, if they're going to knock it down and build it back up, like, I think he's putting $600 million into that project. So it's essentially like that's a wash. Like, I don't even really like the state giving them their money. He just giving it right back.
Man, that's
which people don't be like, know that part. But it's like, yeah, that's why I don't, that part, now the $300 million, I can't speak for that. I don't know why he need the $300 million, but the $600 million, if all the people that I talk to are telling me correctly, he's supposed to help with whatever they do downtown.
And you know what my argument to that would be? Don't have to tear down a stadium if you don't build a new one. You could just renovate the one. I mean,
no.
I know.
They said that the one downtown was built so fast that it was poorly built. If you redo the stadium downtown Cleveland, you would have to rip it. You have to tear it up to the studs because it's that messed up. So, and what I really don't like about the whole thing is this is something that they've been talking about for like 10 years. Like. And that's why I don't know why people are up in arms about this. Like Jimmy and them said they wanted a new stadium or they wanted to do something to the stadium for 10 years. And the city of Cleveland just kept pushing it to the side. Like, oh, no, we got other things. Just kept pushing it to the side. And then they finally come up and say, oh, yeah, we bought some land. We moving. And now it's like, oh, wait a minute. Like, no, like 10 years to talk about this. So, like, I understand it from that standpoint as well. But I also understand, I don't like people all the businesses that will be affected from it leaving downtown and, people being used to all of the stadiums being right there in downtown. I get that part too. But, I'm team pro dome anyways.
Yeah. I know you are, and I don't understand that because it's a decided advantage you have as a Browns player to be able to play out in the cold and in the elements.
What has it done? What has it done for us?
Well, that has to do with who the Browns players are. Okay. Not so much what the weather is.
That's the thing. Everybody talking about, oh, this is our advantage.
Yeah. I mean,
our record is terrible in that stadium. What are you talking about?
But imagine if you had good players there, not just guys who had to we had to work around and try to make them good. That would be I would love to see an actual good team play in the cold weather up in Cleveland. I think that would be awesome. So we have a special guest who has just joined us here, walking in. I know he's got meetings and everything else, but offensive coordinator for the Ohio State Buckeyes, wide receiver coach as well, and a guy who knows how to recruit. Brian Hartline joining us here. Thanks for taking the time.
Morning, guys.
Coming on.
How does it feel to hear like offensive coordinator after your name?
Yeah, it's no, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm a little far, past that at this point, but it really hits me more when we do some clinics and we do some things together as a staff, and I'm watching James do his thing, and then I'm sure vice versa, he's doing the same thing, but. Yeah, I mean, we showed up here in 2005 together in a recruiting class, and we never thought we'd be coaches, and to hear us jump into the coaching world and talk, in a different light, it's pretty cool. I mean, every now and then it catches me, to be honest, and but I'm just glad I'm present with where I'm at, and to realize that. But it's fun as a collective.
Yeah.
I was wondering, just as a player, former player here, obviously you played in the league, you've been a coach, all this other stuff, but this is the day when you were a freshman. I was asking Tyvis kind of how he felt. What do you remember from your first time? Oh, yeah, it's real now. I'm at Ohio State. I'm playing football, and I got to go out and do whatever it takes to make my name here.
I can't say that I remember the actual, in person, thought process that way. I just know that we showed up a week before camp, and, as we show up to Ohio State, we're moving into the University Hotel or whatever it was called down here on Olentangy, and the moment you showed up, the first thing you did was the conditioning test, and so it's changed a little bit, to say the least. To be an early enrollee then was like weird. Like, well, that guy was here early. What? That's so crazy. Now, if you're not, it's the flip. So, no, I used to hit you right in the teeth. Here's your install, and by this point, if you did come in June, you at least had a summer install. So you're kind of still a little different. If you came in January, gosh, this is between, winter workouts, spring install, summer install, and now this is your third time you've heard it by fall camp. So much more advantageous than it was back then. So
when you look at guys like Jeremiah Smith, obviously, we were talking about it earlier. He's like considered like a vet. After I know he was a freshman last year, he was 19, but like people look up to him. How has he taken on leadership this offseason for you?
Yeah, I think really organically. I think he's been still who he is. He is a by action type of guy first. He leads by example. And then, again, when I encouraged him, everyone's encouraged him. It takes a village around here. But hey, listen, when you know it's boiling and it's really bothering you, man, just let it come out.
Yeah.
Don't hold it back. You don't have to search for it. You don't have to, be someone you're not. Just keep doing it the way you do, but then just that internal plug that you used to have and not say anything. Just let it come out. And but no, he's done a great job. He's been put in leadership opportunity roles, and he's embracing it. So, he's growing as a player. He's growing as a person, and ultimately that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So.
You, in your time at Ohio State, got to see a few quarterbacks get replaced, and obviously there were some quarterback battles. Got one of those on your hands now as the offensive coordinator. Like that, that's a lot kind of to process, right? So as a coaching staff, how are you guys managing that, and what are you guys looking for out here for one of these guys to kind of emerge and become the guy?
Yeah, I think just first recognizing that we have that kind of situation. Make sure the platform is there to where these guys can perform at their best and really allow the competition to play out, put these guys in fair opportunities and the amount of opportunities and just so being conscious of it is probably number one. Number two is just letting the guys be them. I mean, honestly, as a coach, you should be able to sit back and just, make sure you have a good criteria, what you're looking for, so you're not just pulling from the hip. But a lot of these guys compete and provide the platform as a coach, but then just, be real and honest and let it rip. But I think that, more than anything, and Tyvis will tell you, like, the locker room knows. I think when you stay connected with the guys and you keep getting feedback, I mean, again, it's not to attack anybody. Our responsibility is to put the best players on the field as many times as possible based on situations, all those different things, as we can. So it's their job, frankly, to build the depth. I mean, we don't dictate anything. They earn it, and that goes for the quarterback position too. So we have to just do a good job of building a good platform so they can do what they do. That's really our biggest responsibility.
When you look at the first game against Texas, obviously last year, they had a great game plan for Jeremiah Smith. I think one catch, three yards or something like that. Fast forward to this year, have y'all looked into that and it was like, okay, we got a plan for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that overall it's you want offensive productivity to accomplish a goal. I think that, Jeremiah had a great postseason, but he wasn't the only guy, with Emeka and Carnell. Carnell played a huge part in that game as well as Emeka. So, but yeah, being conscious of everything is really, really important. What did they do? How did it work out? But at the end of the day, he's going to be in position to make plays and be in position to, be accounted for, if you will, and everyone has their role. So that's definitely a part of it. And, it's a great team. We're excited for week one, man. I mean, that's no better way to start the season than going against a great opponent like that. So we're looking at everything. Every rock will be turned over, to say the least.
Would you have wanted it a night game? That was a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I think that, to put those guys in that environment, the guys wanted it. If the guys wanted it, I wanted it. You know what I mean? Right. So to me, you just tell me where and when, and I'll be there. But the guys wanted it, so I would have voted for it too.
The last thing I have for you, and I need your help because I have found out that Tyvis is not short on confidence.
Okay.
This man sitting to my left has said that, and I admire the confidence, that you put any receiver that Ohio State has, and the name that came out of his mouth was Jeremiah Smith, but I'm sure he thinks it's anyone. For one play,
that's it.
He could take care of business against the best in the country because of his savvy as a vet. Now, you got to represent your guys, but you are also team OG like him.
Yeah.
You've been there, done that. Who would you bet on, the young guys or the old guys in that debate? And then this one specifically, because this guy, he does not lack for confidence.
Well, I would say there's a threshold at which our brains have to then realize where we're at physically. I think that if that was the case, we would have to have limitations on what the receiver was allowed to do.
Don't hurt him.
No, exactly.
I mean, that's a liability issue.
We're still a family. We have a brotherhood here. But, I would say, even myself now, the ball out of it, now I'm just like, listen, like, if you really want to, talk trash and be all tough, then we can just fight. You know what I mean? And I will win. No, I mean,
I like it.
But if you take the athletic ability out of it and it turns into a mental game, cool. I can still be in that world. I will not say I'm more than hey man, you're lucky you weren't playing when I was playing.
Right.
I just take it back to more of the prime than the current status, because I worry now. I don't know if I even be able to play on this team. with how this thing has progressed and how these guys operate now. Mick Marotti's, strength program and all those things. Me and James were like, we wouldn't. I mean, we would do a great job on special teams, or something, whatever our comments would be. But it's pretty special to see these guys grow and become what they.
Well, if we had the time machine, the amount of like matchups Ohio State fans would be building, it would be, and I'm sure you guys would be first in line. Like, please let me at it. I want to find out myself. Thank you, Brian, for your time. We appreciate it. Offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes, Brian Hartline. We'll be back in 2 minutes with some audio from an SEC coach who knows what it takes to win down south, apparently. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Awesome.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we do want to give you a heads up to a pretty big construction project in the downtown area. A big portion of 70, that westbound direction, will be closed. That's happening between 71 and State Route 315, an already busy intersection that will be closed starting tonight, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Good news, though, southbound traffic will be maintained. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Oh! Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh, my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
Yesterday, Auburn head coach Hugh Freeze was at the podium talking about what it takes to win in the SEC, and I'll let him tell you what it takes.
I don't really get hung up on the running back's weight, but it is good that you have some that have some girth to them. But there's no doubt you need length and girth in this league up front, and I think at linebacker too, and it helps if you have it in the secondary.
There you go.
I hate that you did
What? He's just talking ball.
Why would you do this?
To win down south, you got to have length and girth.
You need length and girth.
He's just talking about winning the SEC.
He did
What's
this
wrong?
on purpose, man.
What do you mean? I didn't say it. He said it. Has he said anything else about anything, like regarding, his junk? This man likes to talk, and I like to listen. When Hugh Freeze talks, I'm here for it. That's all. So I'm glad we're here.
He could have picked
Look,
any other words.
We are out here. He knew what he was doing.
Of course
there's no way. Actually, I don't know. Maybe there's a chance. He's that big of a goober that he had no idea, but he had to know, right? Like that's.
Let me hear it again, Dylan. What did he say?
What, the whole thing or just
just that part?
Okay.
You need length and girth.
Come on. Come on. There's no chance that was on accident, right? I feel like if I were a football coach, this is what I would do. I would go to my assistant coaches. I would go to the players, and I'd be like, what is the phrase you want me to work into the post-game press conference? Or the,
did that. I did that with y'all.
You did. We had you do that when you were doing stand-ups for 10 TV last year during the football season. You were out there. I forget what the word was we even had. But it was something like we had a couple different.
I know. What the word is too.
Don't worry, you're going to be on 10 TV a lot this fall, so we're going to have opportunities. We're going to work that in. But I'm just saying, like, that would be it. I would be saying, what do you want? And they'd say, do length and girth, and I'd be like, all right, just watch the press conference. Pay attention. Here it goes.
You need length and girth.
That's why I'd be a terrible football coach, because I get hung up on stuff like that, and they'd be like, oh, but they lost 70-0 because he didn't have a game plan. He was too busy figuring out what goofy phrase he was going to say in the press conference.
Do you think he's going to make a nice comeback with them this year?
Hugh Freeze?
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze is, I want to say, Dylan, you'll have to fact check me because I'm going off the top of my head here. I want to say he's 11-13 at Auburn. Something like that. That might be in the I can't remember if that's just in the SEC or if that's the total record. But
I feel like they had like a decent
hovering around 500.
I feel like they had like a decent recruiting class or a decent portal or something. I heard something about Auburn.
Could be.
And they're supposed to be like decent this year.
You were close. 11-14.
Is that their total record the last 2 years? Okay,
yep. 5-11 in SEC play.
If he don't get it together,
wow!
If he don't get it together, this could be his last season.
I mean, they're one of like 10 SEC teams to have hype this year, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah. But again, don't worry though. That's all legitimate. Whenever you hype up an SEC team, it's for real. And whenever they don't live up to that hype, it's because the SEC is so good they couldn't possibly be expected to win all those games. If a Big Ten team though wins close against another Big Ten team, that shows you how weak the Big Ten is. And if it happens in the SEC, that's a sign of strength. Because trust me, the SEC, and I've said this before, I'll say it a million times, it is a conspiracy theory. Because there is nothing that you can do to disprove the fact that the SEC is great. Because if everybody's 500, they'll say, well, that's because we're so tough. It's parity. And if two teams end up dominating the league, like used to happen when Alabama was there, then it would be, that's Alabama is so great. They're the greatest team in the country, and that's why this league is so tough, because you have teams like that.
I don't look at it like that. I actually look at it during, like, bowl season, and specifically the CFP. Like, there's no way that the SEC can look at their conference last year and say, you know what? We were the best conference last year. There's absolutely no way.
They do.
There's absolutely no way.
You want to hear the argument?
They literally got blown off. They got ran off the field by Ohio State.
Don't bring logic and reasoning into this argument.
No.
What sense does that make?
Here's the argument. I don't agree with this. This is their logic.
And Tennessee was like 11-2, 11-2 or 11, something like that.
Yeah.
Like they were actually good in the SEC, and they got ran off the field.
The equipment manager for Tennessee was literally like, how many helmets did you crack? 2?
Yes,
like Nico Iamaleava needed multiple helmet replacements in that game.
Georgia lost to Notre Dame. Then we beat Texas, so it's like, come on now. And then in bowl season, they only won 2? What was the record against the Big Ten? Like 5-2 or something like that?
Well, this is why I say it's a conspiracy theory, because their argument, because what you just did was logic. That's like when someone says we didn't go to the moon, and it's like, so you're telling me thousands of NASA employees are all keeping this a secret for 70 years, whatever it's been, like 60 years. Okay, that's hard for me to swallow. That seems like they probably went to the moon. I'm going to say they did. And then a conspiracy theory would go, yeah, that's what they want you to think. And there's nothing you can say to them logically that changes them off their opinion. That's why it's a conspiracy theory. With the SEC, what you just said, well, they lost all these bowl games. Answer, because they got so torn up in that tough SEC schedule, they couldn't physically, their bodies broke. No human can withstand the torture of an SEC season because it's so tough to play there. So therefore, that's why they lost, because it's such a good conference.
The one that doesn't make they can't justify, and I want to hear them try to justify, is the Wolverines beating Alabama.
Oh, I got it.
Because the Wolverines sat everybody. They sat their starters, or their guys was hurt. And Alabama played there, so I don't. So,
what is the conspiracy theory doing? What's the answer, Dylan?
It was such a letdown that Alabama got snubbed and didn't make the playoffs that they didn't really want to play hard in that bowl game against Michigan. It was meaningless.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
if that was the case, they shouldn't have been on the field.
Well, that's the case.
You know what? If it's going to be meaningless, either don't play your starters or forfeit the game.
No, here's what I know. When an SEC team beats a Big Ten team in bowl season or otherwise, that is a sign of their dominance. And when they lose, that is also a sign of how tough their conference is. And even though they didn't win when you actually play the two teams on the field together, that doesn't matter because it's a vibe. The SEC is a vibe, my friend. It has nothing to do with what you're actually witnessing from time to time. I understand they put a lot of – I'm not saying the SEC's trash, by the way.
No, it's not.
No one is saying that.
But
the idea that it's such a dominant conference that no one can even come close to it is laughable. That part is laughable.
The part of you wouldn't make it because it's week after week after week of good teams.
Right.
My thing is, if that's the case, when they go to bowl seasons, they should be undefeated. And last year was a bad year for them. It is what it is.
No,
I don't know why that's so hard for people to fathom. They had a down year.
Yeah, and I feel like this year will probably be a little bit of a bounce back for them. But what I'm saying is when that happens, it won't be the SEC got back to where they kind of belong if that happens.
Texas is their saving grace.
Right. Instead, it's going to be like if Texas beats – I don't even want to say it because we're out here at the Woody Hayes facility. We're getting ready for spring camp. But if something like that were to happen, you watch that won't be like, see, everything's fixed. It's still the most dominant conference. Even if it's like a 1-point game, it won't matter. It'll become that's evidence. Yes, there are a lot of people in the media who just like to prop up that narrative, and I don't understand. I get why the fans do it. I get why the guys coaching down there do it. I don't know why the media guys – buy into it and go, yeah, they're right.
Well, when Ohio State wins, it stamps it all right.
Absolutely.
It's don't even.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's funny that
we talk about it.
We've spent
if
all
Wisconsin
this time,
beats Bama.
No.
Woo.
Don't listen.
Ooh. Oh man,
let's not get crazy now.
I'm just saying, anything's possible.
Listen, I've made some bad bets here recently that have cost me in the facial hair department. Let me tell you right now.
Shout out Fick. You don't believe in Coach Fick?
I'd love to believe in Coach Fick. If Wisconsin beats Alabama,
they going back to their old style. They run the ball, manage the clock, play good defense.
Yeah.
Hold on, if Wisconsin beats Alabama, what?
Oh, I was going to say if Wisconsin beats Alabama, I'm not actually. I was going to say I'll run around naked, but then who wants to see that? No one.
We're going to go streaking.
No, I'm not doing that.
I actually admire the SEC rhetoric. Sometimes they have me convinced. I'm convinced they're 5 of their teams are making the playoffs. I don't know what 5 teams they are, but they have so many good ones that 5 of them are bound to make it.
I'm not judging anyone who's. I am judging the media guys. And Dylan, you're in the media, I know. But I'm saying, for most of us as fans, I'm talking about the guys who cover the sport where that is their only job is to know college football. And when they come away going breathlessly defending, Alabama just couldn't. What were they supposed to do? They played such a tough schedule. They were downtrodden from last year where they had to wanted to go to the playoffs. They didn't get to go. And that's why they couldn't beat Michigan. What was the excuse why they couldn't beat Oklahoma? That's where the narrative falls apart for me.
The bottom of the SEC is better than the bottom of every other conference,
and that's fine.
That's what it is.
But also I don't know that. I think that, but I love those teams don't get to go to bowl games. But also, it's a weird thing to hang their hat on. But you're right, Dylan. They always find something. So we have to do that. All right, like I said, we're out at the Woody Hayes facility. Practice for Ohio State starting up today at 9 a.m., so we will have all the coverage here. Bishop and Friends will be here after us as well, so you will actually hear them talking about what they're seeing on the field. We are also going to talk to Ryan Day at 7:15. Coming up next, though, the Reds made a move ahead of the trade deadline, which is today in Major League Baseball. We'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, we are still monitoring a crash just west of Westerville this morning. 71 northbound just before 270 over on the north side. Still looking pretty slow this morning. 2 left lanes blocked out there because of a crash, and drive times, again, not looking too good. Certain portions got you at 37 miles per hour, especially as more people head out on the roads. Want to make sure if you are in this area, the road is open, just a lot slower. Make sure to pack the patience this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream. Although it's only here for a short time, we sell more of it than any other flavor. And once you taste it, you'll know why it wins the popularity contest. We make it from scratch by mixing in the juice from our hand-selected peaches and big chunks of fruit. That's what gives it that unique peachier flavor. And that might also explain why peach season at UDF doesn't last long. UDF Peach Ice Cream, made for you.
Do your good-looking shoes hurt and you don't want to wear ugly shoes? At the Good Feet store, we can help you wear your heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Other stations have crappy ratings and they wonder why no one listens. So instead of investing money in local talent, they fire people and plug in AI voices. Gee, real entertainment. Well, all of our dummies are real, damn it. The Fan, Ohio's real human destination.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can hop in the YouTube chat. We are out live here at the Woody Hayes facility getting ready for Buckeye Fall Camp. First practice of the day starting at 9 a.m. You go to our YouTube channel, you can watch the festivities. You can see us live there. You can hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to wherever you get your YouTube. I presume that's YouTube. Click on 971 The Fan, search that. And then you'll see T-Bone and Tyvis. You click on that and you'll be good. You can hop in that chat, though. Maybe you want to ask a question of Ryan Day. He'll be coming on with us in the 7 o'clock hour. We're hoping for 7:15 for that. Also, the list today, top 3 is what I went with. Top 3 football movies. I mean, we can try to get to 5. I just don't feel like there's a ton. Convince me that I'm wrong, that there are 5 great football movies out there.
I came up with 5 and maybe even some honorable mentions. So.
I got an honorable mention, too. That's crazy. I got 6 on the top of the head.
Fine. I'll do 5. I'll come up with another 2. I'll go relook at the list because at first I was like, I'm not sure that I really feel strongly about more than 3, but maybe I'm the one that's wrong here. I guess that could be it. I'm wrong all the time. Note my facial hair. So that's how that works. Yeah.
Well, that's
just wrong.
That's just when you question my athleticism. That's all.
Hey, I saw Brian Hartline delicately dance around that when he was on with us.
No, because he understands. He knows exactly how I feel. Like, he sees some of these DBs be out here chirping, and he thinks to himself, I know I can get you. I can catch a ball on you. Like, I know I can. I'll be hurting afterwards, but I just know that I can.
Yeah. The Reds made a move ahead of the trade deadline. So they acquired third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes from the Pirates for lefty reliever Taylor Rodgers, shortstop prospect Sammy Stafura, who was the 9th prospect in the Reds organization. Now he goes to Pittsburgh, and cash considerations yesterday. So making a move ahead of the deadline. So Ke'Bryan Hayes is a Gold Glover who can't hit, essentially. That's the story on him. That doesn't mean he's bad. He plays the hot corner. He's a third baseman.
He got a 5.69 OPS.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
So, you know what's crazy? Is if he put that in the Guardians lineup, it ain't that. It fits right along with the Guardians. That's how sick this is.
I know. It's bad, right? But that's – so here are the upsides, right? Like, the good parts for him is that if you're a Reds fan, you're getting a guy who is a Gold Glover who defensively – I don't know what the plan will be there. If they're, I mean, they moved a decent amount to get him. Obviously, I'm sure they'd like to, utilize him as much as they can. But he's batting .236. It's not. He has 2 home runs this year.
Well, he got a Gold Glove at the third base.
Oh yeah, 2 years ago he had one of the best defensive seasons. Some people said that they've ever seen.
Sound like Andres Jimenez is what it sounds like.
I want to say since he got in the league, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, he has the most unassisted putouts or something like that for anybody, any infielder. I mean, he is a talented defensive player. There's no doubting that. His defensive stats this year are still insane, and yet he's just not a great hitter. So that part of it, if you were looking for a bat for the Reds, that's not what this move is. Maybe there are more moves coming, but you know what? He has a career high of 15 home runs. Maybe coming to the friendly confines of GABP will make his offensive game just light up for you, but that's entirely too optimistic for me. I'm going to say it's a move to get a player who's going to add great defense to your team. So that's the positive there.
I just think it was good to see. At least they're trying to be buyers. That's
they should
the thing.
be.
They're trying to be buyers. They believe in it. The funny thing is, if you look at the standings, the Guardians are just 2.5 games out of the final wild card spot, to where Cincinnati is 3. And if you look at all the rumors, they're going 2 totally different directions, to where the Guardians are looking to sell, and sell, to where Cincinnati's looking at their season like, we still got a shot. And that's crazy that their ownership and their management believes that they can still get in the playoffs, and they're trying to go all in for the playoffs, to where the Guardians is looking at it like, we got some guys who potentially may never play again. Our pitching is down. We're thinking about getting rid of Shane Bieber before we even bring him back. And we're thinking about getting rid of Stephen Kwan, our second best hitter. It's funny to me.
So I was driving the Guardians bandwagon. I told you guys yesterday that I wanted to jump off. I might jump back on tomorrow morning if 2 things happen.
Okay.
1, they don't sell. 2, another one of their pitchers don't get suspended for gambling. If they can do those 2 things today, I might jump back on the bandwagon because their schedule in August is very manageable.
They're going to sell. They said the Padres and the Dodgers are trying to get Stephen Kwan bad, and I think one of those teams, and I think the Cubs might be in on Shane Bieber. Now, the Shane Bieber thing,
they haven't had him all year, so
I hear you on that. But if they get back into the playoff picture, you're going to need an ace for the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
Yeah, I mean it's. I mean, I'd love to see the optimism there for the Guardians, but I don't know. I know there are a lot of fans that say let's just keep all our guys, but at some point
they should just pay Kwan. Like, I don't understand why. Yes, that's the one that don't make sense to me.
If they're not going to do that,
then you have to trade him.
Right.
You can't do what the Angels did.
And you get more
with
value
Ohtani
for him this year or next year. We know the answer to that. And if you don't think you're competing this year, why get less value for him next year when you're probably not competing next year unless you're going to go out and make a bunch of moves. I
look at it like this thing could be. They probably think you got to think 3 years in advance on this, because if you trade now, you're going to play next year. You're not going to be good this year. You might not be good next year. It's going to be a lockout, and then you'll play.
Yeah,
so
right.
you might as well get some 18-year-olds, and by the time y'all really serious, they'll be 22.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, but this month they play the Twins, not very good. Then they play your Mets, pretty good. Then they play the White Sox again. Marlins, not good. Braves, not good. Diamondbacks, not very good. And then they play the Rangers and the Mariners, who they're in that wild card, battling for that wild card spot with. So I
saw
still very manageable.
I did see back on the red side of things, Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah.
He was with the Diamondbacks. He got traded to the Mariners yesterday.
Saw that.
They went all in on that, and that would have been one if you're a Reds fan. God, to have him back would have been nice. But, I mean, I think the Mariners got Naylor, too. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
I think
they did.
So it's like they got a guy from each Ohio. Oh, I know. Yeah, and that's the approach. That's what you should be doing. Good for them. All right, we'll come back. The list is next. Top 5 football movies of all time. Live from the Woody Hayes facility. We were out here for OSU Fall Camp. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, for folks over on the east side by Bryce and Reynoldsburg, I do have a heads up for you. A portion of I-70 westbound will be closed starting tonight right at that 270 intersection. It is 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., so definitely in those overnight hours. A good heads up here again. But some good news, traffic will be maintained via that collector and distributor lanes out over on the east side. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Save a good deal more with hot deals on Meyer brand must-haves, including new breakfast favorites all season long. Meyer brand syrup, pancake mix, and instant oatmeal are all just $1.79 each. Plus, students will enjoy the well-packed backpack good life with back-to-school supplies for $1 or less, including Meyer brand 24-count crayons, Meyer brand 70-sheet notebooks, and Crayola Classic Colors markers. Shopping for breakfast essentials and back-to-school supplies is a good deal better at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
Wake up and cash. It's Top Picks on Morning Juice. Powered by WeWinUwin.com. Professional sports bettor Chad Patrick. Dropping plays and juicing up your Friday mornings with fresh pick winners. WeWinUwin.com. Built by winners for winners. Stop guessing and start cashing.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready for college for complete terms.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. My guys at Germain are celebrating their biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. Tons of vehicles on the lot for you to choose from, and they're ready to deal. It's also the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event with rates as low as 2.99%. I was riding in my Lexus on one of our hot summer days, and I felt the crisp breeze of cold air on my cracky. Don't you want that for yourself? Of course you do. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians had a bullpen day yesterday versus the Colorado Rockies. David Fry started off the scoring with a 2-run bomb in the first, and that's all the Guards needed as they beat the Rockies 5-0. The Guardians have the day off today, but will stay at home and start a weekend series with the Minnesota Twins tomorrow. The Cincinnati Reds were facing a sweep against the Los Angeles Dodgers last night, but were able to avoid it with a 5-2 win. Spencer Steer hit a 2-run triple to break a 2-2 tie in the 8th, while Nick Martinez earned the victory on the hill, giving up just 2 earned runs in 6 innings. The Reds are the only team in the MLB to not get swept. The Reds will start a series today versus the Atlanta Braves. Coverage starts at 6:40. You can catch that game over on ESPN Columbus. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces and cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Live from the Woody Hayes Athletic Facility, we are here ready to go for football season. Ohio State taking the practice fields today. Day 1 of fall camp. We have got Ryan Day coming up in just about 10 to 15 minutes. He will be here just after 7:15. We are also going to be talking with Austin Ward, 8:30. We'll talk with him. Tyvis Pal is out here, and he's already just like, I see him, man. You're like hitching your britches up a little bit, getting out there, wanting to get out after it and get out here on the field, I think. I don't know if we can contain him.
I want to shock the world and go out there and just one-on-ones. When they do one-on-ones, just go out there for one rep and just go ahead and just JJ go do a route, and I just, boop, not today.
Like that,
and everybody be like, oh, my goodness, he got locked up by a 31-year-old has-been.
Phones would be out if that happened. And then I
would mail it to the NFL and say, hey, just saying, you need me now.
Yeah, I know.
The Browns got some injuries in the secondary. You need me. I got it.
And then I would be saying, hey, no, I don't know if you know this. We've just built a morning show around him. He's not allowed to go. We're sorry. I was standing in your way of that dream. I would do the show from where that'd be real good.
I would be what's that? Doug Gottlieb.
You're not going to be Doug Gottlieb. No one wants to be Doug Gottlieb, but nor should they be. All right, if you're a sports fan in Ohio, then you know what I'm about to say. The welcome deposit match offer, it is there for you from Prime Sportsbook Ohio. But maybe you don't know. Maybe you've never heard me talk about this. Prime Sportsbook Ohio has a welcome deposit match offer that you get up to $400 matched on your initial deposit to Prime Sportsbook Ohio. That is good for a whole year, those bonus bets. So you put your money in, say it's $25, they give you $25 in bonus bets. You have those 25 bonus bets for football season, for basketball season, whenever you want to use them. They are good for up to a year, and that is for first-time deposits only. You can check out the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit primesportsbook.com today to get started. Additional terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and older and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please play responsibly. It's time for us to do the list. So, Dylan, why don't you hit it?
The best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on the list.
Okay, the list today, I was goaded into this, and I think it's a good decision. Top 5 football movies of all time. I was initially going to go top 3. I think I can get to 5.
You know you can get to 5.
Well, I just don't know that these are, I'll say
10, 15 football movies.
I feel really good about the first 4. The 5th one, I don't feel as good about, but I'm going to put it out there. My number 5, a movie that shows what the Browns' true hopes are. The season that would actually be the most successful is if the Browns could actually get a draft like they had in the Kevin Costner epic draft day. That is my number 5 football movie.
Vontae Mack, no matter what.
Yeah.
That might be in my top 5 worst football movies.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't have a lot of great football movies. So
we're going to name a bunch of movies, and you're going to be like, oh, I could have put that in there. Number 5 for me, The Replacements. You know, that Shane Falco, who actually was a former Ohio State quarterback in the movie, you know, went out there, man, his speech, you know, at the end, you know, that was just a great movie to see those guys come together. It was funny, and I was, like, really feeling it. Like, it really gave me the football vibes that I needed. So, 5, The Replacements.
All right. Dylan?
Number 5 for me is The Little Giants. I had it on VHS.
Banger.
Becky the Icebox O'Shea. The annexation of Puerto Rico. That's my second favorite play besides Spider 2Y Banana. So Little Giants. Number 5 for me.
Greatest play call of all times. Little Giants.
My number.
Help us, God.
My number 4 is The Longest Yard. And while I have respect for the Adam Sandler version of it, I'm going to go with the original with Burt Reynolds. But, Longest Yard, obviously a movie about a guy who gets imprisoned because of some terrible decisions, ends up leading the prison football team against the guards. It's a great movie. I enjoyed that. Longest Yard, number 4 for me.
Number 4, Friday Night Lights. The only movie to this day that I actually shed a tear while watching, because when they didn't get it at the end, I was so sad. My boy Mike Winfield. I right wiggle 34 switchblade for the state championship. I love all y'all, baby. I love all y'all on one. It's a great movie.
Dylan, you're number 4.
Number 4 for me is also The Longest Yard, but it is the Adam Sandler version. You know, you got Cheeseburger Eddie. For a small fee, I could even get you McDonald's. You got the shakes that'll make you quake. You got the fries that'll cross your eyes. And he's just got the burgers.
Yeah. Number 3 for me, best football movies of all time. I'm going to go with The Waterboy. That's my Adam Sandler pick for this one. Love The Waterboy. The medulla oblongata becoming a thing that we all became aware of at that point. It is one of my all-time favorites. But I love that he lives in the swamp. I love, the whole thing is just absurd, and it's right up my alley. Waterboy for me at 3.
Mama said. Number 3 for me is The Program, which is a highly, for some odd reason, people don't talk about The Program.
I've never seen The Program.
You've never seen The Program?
That's why
my goodness.
See, I got to go watch that.
As the running back, when they had Alvin back, man, that movie is a banger, man. I love The Program. Number 3, The Program.
Dylan?
Number 3 for me is Any Given Sunday, and my hot take is that Jamie Foxx is the most talented person in Hollywood, and he kind of first started to show it to me in this movie.
I think that's a strong take. I don't know if it's
the fact that you
I
got
agree with
that
that
as
actually.
number
That he's
3
up there.
Is disrespectful to me.
Well, see, I think that's where I'm more with you on that. But I'm curious to hear, Dylan, your number 1, because my number 2 is Remember the Titans, and that one for me, just the storyline of it, the fact it's based on a true story. It obviously, I would like it if there was a little. I know it's like a Disney movie. The only thing that would make it better for me is if there was just like a PG-13 or maybe it was PG-13. Then I need maybe an R rating. Like we just need to be a little bit more gritty. But other than that, great movie. I'll give that my number 2.
That's my number 2 as well. Also, an unbelievable play call at the end to win it. I think it was 34 blast with a backside George reverse.
Yep,
I think that was it. Look at that! I was locked into these play calls.
I love it. That's good that you remember that, because I can't remember my phone number half the time, and you've got play calls from fictional movie. That's pretty great. Dylan, you're number 2.
My number 2 is Friday Night Lights for a lot of the reasons Tyvis said. I was shocked that they didn't win it at the end. I like twists like that in movies, so Friday Night Lights is number 2 for me.
My number 1 is the movie that, Dylan, you had third, Any Given Sunday. The speech by Pacino. I mean, that's just the locker room speech. I don't know if it's real.
Fight for that inch. Because what we know, at the end of the game, we add up those inches. That will be the difference.
Was the Macho Man just show up, or was that? Was that a Pacino, or was that a Macho Man?
Love it. Oh, it gets me going.
I'm taking it that's your number 1, too?
Oh yeah, Any Given Sunday is the best football movie. I don't care what Dylan's talking about. I don't know what Dylan is gonna say, but if it ain't any given Sunday, he's wrong. Steaming, Willie, beaming.
Yep.
It's the only movie that I actually looked at like this is like realistic. Like the camera angles that they had, showing it through people's helmets. Like I thought all of that was like, man, like this really feels like you're in the game. Obviously, having Lawrence Taylor, Jim Brown, Bill Bellamy, LL Cool J. Like, it was just a good cast of guys, and they really brought that movie to life.
Dylan, what do you have for your number 1?
I'm shocked, Tyvis, because number 1 for me is a movie starring your father that was also on T-Bone's list. Remember the Titans. Come
That's
on.
number 2.
You run 6 plays, split veer. It's like Novocaine. Just give it time. It always works.
That's good.
So many great quotes in that movie. And the soundtrack, top 5 movie soundtrack of all time.
Soundtrack is great. I'll give you that. Yeah, very much so. No, you know what? I stand corrected on the 5, because there are 5 there, and I didn't even have the replacements on my list.
I know I had Varsity Blues, Gridiron Game.
Yeah, I guess
Rudy.
You're right. All right, Rudy, stop.
Rudy, yeah, overrated.
No,
I know there's people screaming Rudy right now.
No, they're
Bodie Wells.
They know.
See, Bodie Wells is right there, Morning Juice, saying Rudy.
Yeah, you're either a Notre Dame fan or you know
that movie sucked.
Or you secretly want to play football and Rudy gives you hope.
Yeah,
those are the only 2 reasons to like it.
That's Tyvis, actually.
I mean, it's all right. I watched it maybe a couple of times in my life. It was not, the replay value on it is not.
Well, and also it's not even true to the fact is it's the real Rudy guy is what ruins that movie for me, because now everyone that talks about it is like, yeah, it was a joke. Like, Joe Montana was on that team, and he's like, yeah, we thought he was fine. It wasn't like, it's not like how this movie makes it out. It was largely fictionalized.
Oh, no, he's the most inspirational person to ever live, according to the movie team.
According to him and the movie, yeah.
I'd rather watch the Gridiron Game with The Rock.
I'm with you on that. All right, we'll come back. Ryan Day, head coach of your Ohio State Buckeyes, joins us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. Well, we are still closely monitoring a big crash over on our north side. This all happening just west of Westerville 71, that northbound direction, just before that I-270 intersection over on the north side. We are still noticing, folks, 2 left lanes blocked out there. And this has been going on for over an hour. Of course, with more people on the roads, drive times looking a lot slower, too. 42 miles per hour in this area. Want to make sure you folks are packing the patience this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com. Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit bluejackets.com.
Cash, moolah, greenbacks, toast, Grilla, chips, bread and mold, cheddar, butter, lewd and scratch. Find the letters, make a match. Lettuce, gravy, game on the back for $30. That's a wrap. There's many words for cash, no doubt, but there's only one $30 cash word. Check it out. Cash word from Ohio, lottery. It's $30 show. Cash word, it's fun to go with millions of prizes, don't you know? Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Got a less than stellar auto loan? It's time to switch and save with CME. CME wants to beat your current rate by 1.5% APR. Plus, you won't make a single payment for 90 days. That's 3 whole months with no car payment and a better rate for the long haul. It's fast, easy, and smart. Refinance with CME today. Terms and conditions apply. Minimum floor rate of 4.99% APR. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org for additional details.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway and refresh the vibe with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. Get 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks at Speedway with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step? Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that for all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels. It's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's educators are dedicated to their students, but we can't do it alone. We need strong partnerships with parents and guardians, and we need support from our leaders to ensure our schools have the resources they need to provide a world-class education for every child. No exceptions. When we work together, our students win.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Hey, Ohio, don't wait. The Ohio State Fair is here now through Sunday, August 3rd. Experience fair favorites like the butter cow, livestock animals, shopping, delicious food, exciting entertainment, thrilling rides, competitions, and so much more. Make memories that will last a lifetime at the Ohio State Fair through August 3rd. Get your tickets at ohiostatefair.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see chances of showers and thunderstorms in your morning forecast. Otherwise, it'll be a mostly cloudy start with our wake-up temperatures in the 70s. And then for this afternoon, first half of the day, best chances for showers and thunderstorms, some which could have heavier downpours. Otherwise, starting off mostly cloudy, but by the time you're heading home from work, becoming partly cloudy and cooler today with our highs only getting into the upper 70s. We'll see lows down into the low 60s overnight. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are out here at the Woody live broadcasting day. Tomorrow morning, we are going to be here for OSU fall camp.
You know, this is completely off topic, but you know how we was talking about the best football movies? You want to know what one of the worst basketball movies I've ever seen?
Oh, please,
Have you ever seen Double Team?
Double Team?
It was on. No. It was a Disney movie with, I think, were they twins? Maybe I'm not 100% sure. But the one girl, messes up her ankle. And, like, she gets back and plays through it. And at the end, she does the little...
Is that the one where she takes... I've only seen a clip of... There's a Disney movie where she goes to take a shot, and it's like there's 3 seconds on the clock, and then the montage of her
doing all this stuff.
It takes like 25 seconds.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've only seen that clip.
The one.
She's literally shuffling her feet like that's a travel, man.
It's like, who does that? Yeah. It's so that clip is the only one I've seen.
That's all you need. That's all you need to see.
I have seen a montage of like those movies. I think there's one from maybe that Twilight series where like one of the guys like tries to throw a football and it's like he just throws it like he's never thrown an object in his life, and it's just funny to watch where these guys are talented actors.
Yeah,
I mean, you think about all the acting that is done. I know it's
like the show All American. Like I be watching that show sometimes and I be like, how is this a football show and y'all don't know how to like move like a football player? Like this is ridiculous.
There's that. There's the idea that I don't understand is if you're an actor, right? Like, don't you take your craft seriously enough? If you're going to play some role, it's like maybe I should, if I'm going to be a mechanic, I should probably go like follow a mechanic for the day and learn how to like hold a wrench and learn some terminology. Then they go do like sports movies and it's like, look as if you're a volleyball player who's never played basketball. That's going to be our star player. Like,
they should get me. I would be a perfect extra for any football movie or show. I still got it.
T-Bone, to counter your point, maybe the worst basketball movie I've ever seen is called Thunderstruck, and Kevin Durant is in it, and it's a terrible basketball movie. Like, he is one of the stars of the movie, and it is still a bad basketball movie.
Yeah, we could talk movies all day, but we'll pause that. Although we could ask Ryan Day. He was joining us now. Do you have a favorite football movie? We were talking about that earlier in the show. Is there one? I know you watch a lot of film. I didn't know if you watch a lot of films, football films. Do you have any? Oh, hang on. Are we on? Let's get him on. There we go.
Got me now. I'd probably say Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite.
We all had that number 2
You know
or
what?
number
That's
1.
for a coach. That's very fitting.
Yeah.
For him to say that.
Yeah. The cool thing is that Coach Boone coached Larry Johnson.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, really cool. When you have had a chance to sit down and talk to Coach Johnson about Coach Boone, like it's really cool. I mean, it's obviously we all watched the movie, and so we were kind of invested in that. But to hear about how Coach Boone operated and during that time period, I mean, it's really powerful.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. That story is just so great, and it's such a good football movie. But you guys are about to write the story for this year, 2025. I enjoyed from a if you were making a headline for the year, if you were trying to have like the movie quote. I heard you a couple weeks ago, maybe this has been a line throughout the spring of, we're not defending anything, the trophy's over there, we're attacking. Like that's all right, I'm ready for football season. Like it's a good mentality though, because I understand that that's what you guys have to think about is everyone's going to give you your best shot, but it's Ohio State. Isn't that already the case?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, we always have a bullseye on our chest and we got to win every game. That's how it goes. But yeah, these guys, make no mistake about it, we want to be the first team ever to win back-to-back national championships. Like, of course, that's what we want. So last night we had our team meeting. We go through the goals, and one of the goals this year is to win the opener because of what a monster game the first one is. But that's important that we get after it this next month. There's guys who have played a lot of football here. There's some guys that haven't played a bunch of football. So this camp is going to be a little bit different. Has to be a little bit different. You'll see today when we practice. And, the plan will be we'll start probably on the grass fields. If it rains, we'll go here to the turf. But we'll be on 2 fields for some of the teamwork. And what we do is, we were able to get our roster up to 120 this year. Moving forward, it'll only be at 105, which will be harder to do this. But we try to get on 2 different fields and, have a 2-spot, which is what we call it. And we'll get 48 reps in about 15 minutes during the teamwork. And to me, it's important for these guys to get reps, to physically get on the field and have the reps. And I think about the movie sometimes, Good Will Hunting, where, Matt Damon's talking to Robin Williams, and he's this really brilliant mind. He's really, really smart. But he's never done it. He's never lived life before, and so we can put things up on the screen, and we can talk about all these different things, and, the quarterback can tell you his read, but until he's physically done it before, it's not the same. So we got to get him out there, and we got to get these reps here in camp.
So when you looked at coming off of a national championship, obviously when you had a plan going in the spring, I would imagine it was – we just got done. You don't really want to go that hard in spring. But then next thing we know, y'all are tackling. Quarterback's live. And I'm like, what is going on? So at what point did you realize, okay, we need to pivot this plan from maybe we have to amp it up instead of being relaxed?
Yeah, it's like that NFL films. The guy goes, what's going on out there?
Right.
Because it was a little crazy there for a second. We were making them lie. So, coming off the spring, or coming into the spring, it was such a short window from the end of the season until spring. And to your point, you start to think about, how the NFL was modeled and, those types of things. But the truth is that, a good portion of our team didn't play the year before. They did. A lot of them practiced. Some of them didn't. And so we need to get these guys reps. And then the more you're watching practice, they didn't play the year before. They practiced a lot.
Yeah.
As you know, it's different. When you're tagging off on a guy or actually tackling a guy to the ground, it's a completely different feel. And so it was easy to identify early in practice, like, wait a minute, this isn't real football. Like, we got to start tackling guys. The quarterback's got to feel it. You know, if a guy's running through, you're not just going to be able to step aside. I mean, you're going to take that right in the mouth. And so we quickly got into that. So we tackled more this spring than we ever had. We did make the quarterbacks live twice. And so, we're going to have to identify what that looks like here this preseason because, in this first game, we got to do a great job of ball security. We got to do a great job of tackling. We got to play clean in the first game. So all those things will be, in consideration. The first 2 days, we're just in helmets, and then we're able to put the pads on day 3. So we'll be installing here in the first few days, but it's got to be physical, and guys, got to do a great job on a week-to-week basis taking care of their bodies because you can't miss practice.
Well, you got Coach Mick. He's very crazy about taking care of your body. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Coach Mick to me is the foundation of the program. And what he does in the off season. It's all the things that matter in the end: the discipline, the accountability, the leadership, the competitiveness are all the things that we forge during the off season and mix right behind all that.
So you've got a quarterback battle on your hands, which I know we focus on that. I'm sure you're focused on all the positional battles. There's defensive end spots up for grabs. There's a safety spot. There's lots of places that you're watching on the field, but obviously as fans, a lot of people concerned about that quarterback spot. I know you've talked about how you have to have depth in that room, and everybody's going to play, which is always the hope, right, that you're going to have enough time for everyone to see the field. But I know some people read that as, like, are they going to have a platoon system? I didn't. But the goal is to have one guy emerge, right? And,
for sure.
And how soon do you think that happens, given what you've seen, what you know going into now these final practices?
Yeah, that's why we got to get them in these game-type situations and see how they respond. But, yeah, no, I mean, that's not the idea. Now, if there's a situation where nobody emerges, and you get put in that situation, we'll have to, decide that going into the first game. But ideally, you want one guy going in the game. I've been part of situations where, you have a starter, and then you have somebody come in and play a series, like, to start the second quarter, things like that. When you're playing a game like this coming out of the gate, that's not ideal. But it's their responsibility. We'll win the position. There was a situation when we had Kyle McCord and Devin, and the truth was that Devin was ahead of him for about 3 or 4 days. And then all of a sudden Kyle clawed his way back, didn't quite win the job, and then sort of won it in the first quarter of the season, and it kind of went from there. Last year with Will Howard, I mean, the locker room knew that this was our starting quarterback. And typically when the locker room knows. Mm-hmm. And so it's their job to pull themselves away. But the cool thing this year is there's only 3 quarterbacks. Last year there was 5, and all those reps were getting spread pretty thin. I mean, these guys are going to have a good body of work.
Yeah. When you look at, obviously, everybody knows about Jeremiah Smith, the Cardinal Tates, but y'all went into the transfer portal and got Max Clare. How much of an X factor has he been, or how has he looked in this offense over the spring, and what do you expect to see out of him this year?
I remember after the season, Lathan and Caleb had said that he was the guy that they had the hardest time covering, mm-hmm. and that kind of caught our attention. And then as we went through the film, Keenan Bailey, kind of brought the film to me, and we went through it and we watched it, and we just saw a lot of special traits right there. And then he comes in and really had a good summer. I think it took a little while for him to get into the culture of how we do things here, get into the speed of things, and he's done it. He's got a lot of athleticism, and I think he's got a lot of versatility. So it's going to be a weapon that's exciting. And I think the whole tight end room is something that is in a position right now to make a major impact on the program.
Yeah.
I think Keenan's done a nice job there, and I think Max is going to be a big part of that.
Last thing I have for you, I need help with this guy. Tyvis has multiple times this year on a microphone said, one play, anybody in the country, Jeremiah Smith, whoever, put him up against old number 23 here.
That's right.
He's got to clamp down for one play.
That's it.
Then his Achilles blows, or I don't know what after that. But
no, we need to stretcher. That's all. We need to stretcher.
Can we talk some sense into him? I mean, Jeremiah Smith or anybody else.
Play.
It's one play.
It's one play.
But you're a former player. You know that feeling of, like, you want to get back out there for one play. I can't believe he feels this way. But I admire the confidence.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go for him. I don't know if you've seen Jeremiah this year. He's bigger, faster, and stronger. But I would say for Tyvis, I mean, that's what makes a great player. these guys, their mindset is different. His mindset, like in his mind, I think he actually believes it. You and I know that.
I know he believes
that
it,
ain't happening.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, as I was telling T-Bone, I will know the route because I'm playing press. I would know the route he's running off of his release, and I will play it, and it will be. I'm gonna get a PVU, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, come get me. I need to stretch you. Come bring it out here. I'm done."
I appreciate the confidence.
Yeah, right. Well, we've got 2 years hopefully left, Jeremiah Smith. So you got time. Maybe we can set that up before he gets out.
I gotta, once the knees start.
Already stuff's hurting. Yeah. Ryan, we appreciate the time. Thanks. Good luck today and the rest of the season. Thanks for coming by. We appreciate it.
No problem.
T-Bone and Tyvis. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I don't know if Tom Brady knows he's divorced or not. We're going to talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still closely monitoring a crash a little bit closer to our downtown scene. This one happening just north of Hilltop and north of South Franklinton. So 70 eastbound, just past West Broad Street. We are still noticing a left lane blocked out there. And boy, this congestion not looking too good. 10 miles per hour if you're heading towards this crash. Thankfully, crew members are on scene. Hopefully, they're able to clear up the scene pretty soon. But again, hack that patience this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and at Toyota West, we're having our biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're searching for. And during our Go Forth sales event, every pre-owned vehicle is discounted and comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty. At Toyota West, you don't have to choose between a great experience and a great price. We deliver both. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Our thanks to Ryan Day, who jumped on with us there in the last segment. Brian Hartline as well in the 6 o'clock hour. If you're saying, oh, man, I missed it. Good news. We podcast these shows. They're all available for you wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll be right there. It's free of charge. YouTube as well. The stream is up every day. Right after the show, you can go rewatch the whole thing if you want to. You can watch Tyvis yesterday when we talked about green foreign object being thrown on a WNBA court.
Why would you? I forgot all about that. Why would you bring that?
One of my favorite moments of the show. I mean, it was... You had. I don't want to spoil the line. I'm not going to.
It was just something fishy about it.
Right. So anyway, the point is, if you miss anything, go check it out. T-Bone and Tyvis, wherever you get audio, wherever you get podcasts, YouTube, it's there, and you can jump in the chat as well. We had a lot of people asking about Ryan Day's beard color. I've asked him about that previously. We had him on when I was on with Common Man this past spring. I had long said I thought Ryan Day, it's a healthy color of beard. I thought it could be perhaps enhanced. He said absolutely not. He denied all charges. So I didn't need to cover that ground again with him. I thought it was more important to have him talk to Tyvis Powell about being an old man and getting to realize that maybe he can't lock down Jeremiah Smith.
One rep.
One rep? Hey,
Yeah,
you know
one
what?
rep.
I guess I shouldn't doubt you. I've seen how that goes for me when I doubt you.
And you know what would be crazy is if we actually did it and I actually stopped him.
Oh.
Like the world would be like, wow, like I really did this. I'd be like,
yeah, but you're right. Like,
it's so much that has to go right with it, though. That's the thing people don't realize as well is that the quarterback has to throw a good ball and all those things. They got to have good chemistry. You can't disrupt the route enough. Like it's a lot. And then on top of that, we doing real one-on-one rules. You only got 4 seconds to throw the ball, so it's not like
No, you're not sitting out there and he's got 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, I'm not
to work
doing we're not doing Christmas tree. I don't think he would do that anyways.
No, I you know what? I'm going to say for most guys, maybe not you. For most guys, I don't think he has to. I think it's you tell me where I need to go and it'll be there and I'll be open. So Tom Brady, he seems to not be aware of his current life situation. I guess is how I'd put this. So Scotty Scheffler previously had talked about multiple times how, like, hey, winning these golf tournaments, I love it. I'm glad you guys think it's a big deal. It's great to win them. But then I get on a plane, I go home, and I'm just a regular guy, and I go get my Chipotle order, and it's just they don't know who I am. They don't care. And that goes away very quickly. What matters to him is being a dad and being a good guy for his family. And while being a great golfer is awesome, that's not what drives him in life. I think I'm summing up basically what he said there pretty well. Mm-hmm. Well, Tom Brady has a newsletter that he puts out. What is he, hawking like gold too? I don't like this. Just seems like listen to my newsletter.
I was about to say,
that's just so weird.
I feel like that's some like back in the day thing.
Yeah, right.
But I am starting to see more people do newsletters, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was a thing still. But
well, I get like. There are people who have like Substacks, journalists who are like, hey, you want a Buckeye update every day in your email? That makes sense. I get that. This is more like Tom Brady's going to send you life advice and thoughts.
He's doing this once a week, right?
I think so, yeah. Anyway, he said this. He said, Scotty said he'd rather be a better father and husband than a good golfer. And my question is, why are those mutually exclusive? Sure, they're different blocks on the pyramid, but they're part of the same pyramid. They're connected. I think part of being a great father is being a great example of doing what it takes to take care of your family. I chose to do it by playing football. Yeah, we know. We remember when Giselle apparently was like, hey, it'll be great when you retire because we can spend more time together. You can be there for those kids. And he was like, I gotta get back immediately. I got to get right back to football.
He said he liked it. It was something about throwing a spiral.
He said, I have to just go 8-9 and lose to the Cowboys in the wild card round. That's
right.
Worth my marriage.
That's, yes, to a supermodel. And, like, your whole family being upended.
To be fair.
No. I'm not.
It could
look,
be
I
more
get it
to
if
the
people.
story.
I get it if people don't. I'm not. Like, I get it. It's sometimes it's a great thing to have, a divorce under your belt. That's sometimes people get married too early, whatever the case. All I'm saying is when you're giving advice to a guy who is currently the top in the game and is trying to be a great dad, and he's saying, I prioritize one over the other, and Tom Brady's like, you don't have to. Look at me. And it's like, no, don't look at you.
Yeah, don't look at him.
You prioritized one of them, and that's fine.
Yes.
It's okay. Maybe it was good that you ended up marriage. I don't know, but you can't say that you prioritized both.
He's not the poster child
No,
for it.
no.
That's let's just say that. And then, obviously, he had passion, and his passion was playing football. I don't necessarily think that didn't make him a great dad or anything like that, but clearly they wanted vacation time. He wasn't there as much as he could have been.
It wasn't like it was for a few. It was 20 years.
Because it's very hard
Yeah.
to be that great at football and then be that present in your kid's life. Like there's no way. There's too many hours that goes into the craft to be that great. So it was some things that I'm sure he skipped out on as a parent.
Oh, I know he did. But I also think I don't think anybody would fault Giselle for most of that time. She's like, yeah, you're a great quarterback. It takes a lot to win Super Bowls. It takes a lot to have this dedication. I understand that, and it's okay that you're not on vacation with us. And it's okay that we, have this whole part of the year where you're just basically not available. But when you retire, please, that part, and the fact, like Dylan said, he then was retired, had the walk-off, had everything you want, and said, no, I got to come back and do it again, and then had not a great season. It wasn't like he came back and won another Super Bowl. That part of it where she's like, all right, then we're done here.
He walked away. He wanted to go to Miami. That fell through, and then he had to come back to Tampa Bay. Like, I think
He didn't have to do anything.
The plan messed up.
Yeah, I guess it did.
He had a plan, and the plan failed, and then he had to pivot and just do the season with Tampa Bay.
I mean, he's also still, like, in his 40s. His kids are still, they're teenagers, but they're kids. Like, he still has time with his kids. He didn't completely, like, ruin it over football. It's not like they're adults. But I will say Scotty is probably a better dad, in my opinion, because he doesn't kiss his kids on the mouth. But that's just me.
I'm with you.
Wait,
if you
how old is Scotty's kids?
Well, I think he's just got
I don't care how old the kids are.
He's got the little kid, right? I think, does he just have the one kid, maybe? I think
he has a son. Yeah, I got to look it up real fast.
The point is, Tom Brady in that documentary, I forget which one it was, where it's like he's on the massage table and his son came in and he's just like, mwah, like right on the mouth.
I remember that.
Whoa, okay. I mean, if you're team kiss on the mouth, that'll let you live. That's your family.
Yeah, to each his own.
But it's not for me. He also said, did Tom Brady, this is the quote that I thoroughly enjoyed. He said, I believe I was doing the best possible thing for my family and my kids by prioritizing my profession and teaching by example what it takes to be really good at your job, what it takes to follow through on commitments, what it takes to be a great teammate. And that line, what it takes to follow through on commitments, I wonder if Giselle feels that he's the same way about following through on commitments. Yeah, I mean, Tom, we get it. You love football, and you wanted to be out there, but don't pretend like, I only went back to show my kids what it is about committing to something. Like, okay, I think they got that when you won all those Super Bowls and everything else.
He could have been committed to retiring.
Yeah, see?
I mean, not to always bring this back to my GOAT in basketball, LeBron, but it's like, would I rather have Jordan's career and his family life afterwards, which is absolutely terrible, or would I rather have the picture-perfect family and the great basketball career? Give me option number 2.
We don't know what's going on behind closed doors with LeBron and his family. It could all be a facade. So we don't know.
I do like, though, that sometimes people try to throw shade at LeBron, and they'll have that picture, and they're like, look at him sitting courtside with these two lovely ladies, and they're like, they've got, like,
it was Jeannie Buss.
It was a team owner. It was like, yeah, like even that one where they're like, we got him, and it's like, I don't think you, maybe he's a terrible person, but like, no, you didn't have him there. That one you don't. By the way, Dylan, since you're on that, how do you feel about Daryl Morey saying the Lakers' 2019-20 NBA title, the one in the bubble, doesn't count? It's not a genuine championship.
I mean, I've said it before. It's the opposite. The bubble championship is the hardest championship ever won in the entire history of the NBA.
That's a lie. The hardest championship that was ever won was the one Isaiah Thomas won to be Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson.
The Pistons beat up Michael Jordan all the time. It was like a regular Tuesday for them.
When you say that I've beat Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson for a ring, like that's impressive.
That is pretty good. I'll give you that. It was also an era where you could just tackle guys, and the ref was like, "What? That's basketball."
No, yeah, that's better defense when you just grab people, not when you actually have to defend.
When you were too slow to move your feet, and you just had to throw guys into the stanchion.
Didn't Kawhi Leonard beat the Warriors? Was Kevin Durant? No, he got hurt. Never mind.
No.
Take that out.
Who did Kawhi beat? Yeah, take it out. Dylan.
They beat the Warriors.
Post-production. Cut that out, please. All right, in 3, 2, and... All right, we'll do it again. Shannon Sharpe thought he'd be back on TV by NFL training camp. He thought wrong. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. Well, another heads up for folks over on our north side, just west of Westerville, still noticing this big crash on 71, that northbound direction, just past that 270 intersection as well, in a very busy area in general. 2 left lanes still blocked at this hour, and boy, drive time's still not looking good, especially as more people head out the door. Single digits when it comes to your drive times at 7 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 6-packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor The Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Irish Adventure awaits at the Dublin Irish Festival August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Enjoy unique Irish experiences as you explore one of the top festivals in the U.S., drawing over 90,000 guests to Dublin, Ohio each year. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay minus 108 than minus 110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sportsbook. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Patients everywhere are experiencing joint pain relief thanks to QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. So how does this non-surgical approach work? QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff explains.
It's like when you get a paper cut and the cells that come onto that scene first stop the bleeding, and then it recruits more cells to form new skin and new soft tissue. And then you look down a week later, 2 weeks later, and it's like nothing happened and that paper cut never existed.
In this same way, QC Kinetics uses your natural biologics to help repair and restore aching knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
We take those same similar cells in different areas that are arthritic, are painful, and we cause this kind of internal self-healing that can resolve patients' pain.
Relief without surgery. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
Call QC Kinetics 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Common Man and Timmy.
I get a greeting card, I read it, and say, oh, thank you, and then I throw it right in the trash. And this is also another bone of contention.
Why don't you display it?
I don't want to display it.
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
The success you've already had matters at University of Maryland Global Campus because we're a school for real life. An accredited state university, UMGC lets you earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer affordable tuition and online and hybrid courses. Classes start August 13th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are live. We are outside. We are enjoying. You know what? I'll say we're getting nice weather right now. It may change later today, but right now we got nice weather here. We are out at the Woody. First day of OSU spring camp. It's fall camp.
You got to stop that.
I know.
It's the second time.
I know. I've done that twice. So we're out here looking over we're at the turf fields, the artificial turf fields. Buckeyes are likely going to start on the grass today, which is, I'm going to throw it out there. That's the way football should be played, on the grass.
I agree.
Do what you want to do with the shoe. I'm just pointing out that if there was natural grass in there, Buckeyes never lose. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's it. Decided schematic advantage.
I don't know what that has to do.
No, I know.
I was thinking more of the long-term effects of the turf.
There's that, too. That's why a lot of older guys won't play on the artificial stuff. But for the young guys, obviously a lot of youth left in those ligaments out here, so we're good. That's fine. But we're out here all day today, all day. Well, we're here for our show today, tomorrow. Also, Bishop and Friends will be out here from 9 to noon. We will be out here on Saturday as well. Our shows in the morning will be out here. So if you want to get that feel, just keep it locked on the fan. You will hear whistles, and there's no pads popping necessarily at this point in camp.
You got to wait till day 3.
Yeah, that
which
could
is
be Saturday. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Reeser will hop in an ice bath or something. I don't know. We'll do as much as we can to get you as close to the action as possible. So I saw this about Shannon Sharpe yesterday. ESPN announced they had dismissed him after his absence for the last couple months. He was dealing with a sexual assault allegation sued for $50 million by a former girlfriend. He claimed all of her allegations were false. He settled last week with her. There was no financial disclosure on that. Her lawyer was Tony Busby, who, among other clients, has represented, for example, the people who brought the allegations against Deshaun Watson. In either case, they said the matter's been dismissed from court. So after that happened, the thought was, well, maybe he comes back to ESPN. The answer is no. ESPN is done with him. And if you're shedding a tear for Shannon Sharpe, that's fine. I think he's still doing his podcast, though.
Yeah, his Nightcap podcast.
Club Shay Shay.
Yeah. And is that the one he does with
Nightcap
Mr. Ocho Cinco?
Is the one
Chad
with
Johnson?
Chad.
Okay, yeah. So he has a couple.
Yeah.
Because he has – was Club Shay Shay where he sat down with Cat Williams?
Yeah, that's when he does the more long-form interviews.
The couch interviews. Yeah, those are fun, but obviously those allegations are pretty heinous, and if he did any of them, he should never work again as far as I'm concerned. But, again, we're never going to know the answer on that. There's a settlement there. That's in the past now, so he's going to move forward. I will just say, if you think, man, this guy lost his ESPN gig, I don't feel too bad for him. He had, at one point, a $100 million deal just for his podcast empire. So, give it a few years. I'm sure that if that isn't on the table now, it will be soon for him. So, from that standpoint, you can't get your reputation back, right? But he can still go on and work if that is something you're thinking about. But, yeah, obviously we don't know what happened there. So ESPN felt confident enough to move on.
Well, I think the optics of it all is usually when, whether right or wrong, but when people see settlements, they all automatically think, okay, something must have happened there. And I think that in this case, ESPN thought about it like we're a huge company and we can't have that to our name,
No.
So that's kind of what probably ended that relationship there, because they're ESPN and they can't have a guy that's, although they had settled it and it was accusations and all those things, you can't, everybody's gonna look at it and be like, well, if he settled, that means something must have happened. So, and you got this guy out as an employee, so I think that's why they had no choice but to move on. And it's a shame, because I actually liked Shannon Sharpe. I loved the way he broke things down and things like that. I thought he was a really good personality. He was fun to be around and listen to and things like that. Obviously, with the podcast, him and Chad still got their thing going. That's really good. And the Club Shay Shay with the guests that he gets on there, he's made some really good podcasts there as well. So I think he'll still have a mark. It won't be on that big ESPN platform. That's all.
The reality is, if you feel like he's getting away with something, I mean, he could be. I don't know. If you feel like he's been royally screwed by these allegations, that's probably not true. He's still going to be fine financially. Was going to be before any of this happened, right? But yeah, in either case, there's a settlement there. For me and you to speculate on what actually happened, there's no way to know, and there's no way we're going to settle that. But he is no longer with ESPN. I did see that Cam Ward, new Titans quarterback, number 1 pick in the draft, said about their offense yesterday in camp. He said, quote, "I just think we're very mid right now. At the end of the day, it all starts with me. I'm gonna be a real old man here for a second, and I can't with the Gen Z. I just expect
mid,
no cap. I got to rizz up the wide receivers. They're skibbity toilet right now for me. I am so excited for these press conferences. It's gonna be great.
It's so funny because when people say that, at this point, I feel like that's something that everybody in the world kind of knows what that means. We very mid.
Oh yeah, well, I mean from the first time you hear it, it's mid probably isn't great, probably isn't terrible. You're just mid. You're in between.
You guys might disagree, and I'm jealous. I think Gen Z has the best slang of all the generations alive. I really think they do.
Okay,
They do.
I don't know if I go that far.
I don't.
They have some fire vocabulary, guys.
Oh, fire stuff.
That's fire.
And part of it is that now it's my kids who come home and say all of this stuff, and so now I'm like, wait,
you don't understand them?
No, well, I understand, but I'm just like, can you speak in a full sentence and not just like, oh, no cap? And I'm just like, right, okay, I got yes. But
they use the word demure in their regular vocabulary. Like, come on, just admit that they're ahead of us.
Well, but even that one, or like, oh, bro, it's aura. It's all aura, bro.
Aura?
And it's like,
that's a good one.
Do you know what aura actually means, or it's just like, no, man,
I'm not there yet.
Aura means kids who are on like the boats in whatever country that is, where they're on the front of the boat doing the dances. Like that stuff. That's aura right there.
I would be very ashamed the day my daughters come home and say something in slang.
Oh, and
I don't know what it means. I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm really old. Like that's gonna be the moment where it hit me. Like, man, I might be old.
I would say like
I feel like I'm like up with the times. Like I think I know. Like I understand all the stuff.
I feel like I know 90% of it. There's still stuff where I do have to ask and say, wait, hold on, what does that mean? What do you think that means? Okay. But you know what? That's how language works, right? I acknowledge that there are words that now we use all the time that don't mean what they originally meant or the intent was. So I'm willing to acknowledge all that. It's just me as an old man going, oh, wow, I didn't know offenses were going to be described as mid by starting quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm that old now. I'm here for it. Cameron Ward, I let you live, and I appreciate that we're going to have some good press conferences. I'm looking forward to hearing all of that. That should be a lot of fun. All right, top of the hour. We have a lot left here. We're out at the Woody Hayes facility. We're going to talk to Austin Ward at 8:30, but coming up next, I have a wild story about a former NBA player who was accused of running an illegal gambling ring. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, we are still monitoring a crash over in our downtown scene. This one happening on 71, that southbound direction, right by Broad Street and just south of 670. A right lane still blocked at this hour. Drive time still slow too, 21 miles per hour. I want to make sure everyone is taking it nice and easy on the roads for your Thursday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
The savings are on at Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Escape or Bronco Sport. Just $399 a month with zero down. New 25 F-150 or Lightning Flash. Only $499 a month with zero down. At all 4 Coughlin Ford locations, including our newest in Marysville. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
48-month lease. All factory rebates to dealer. All prior sales excluded. In-stock units only. 7,500 miles per year. 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $250 dock fee. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com. or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh your fuel tank, refresh your U-tank with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. And refresh the vibe for any drive. Refresh at Speedway with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks with speedy rewards and try exclusive Mountain Dew Infinite Swirl flavor for a limited time only. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians had a bullpen day yesterday versus the Colorado Rockies. David Fry started off the scoring with a 2-run bomb in the first, and that's all the Guards needed as they beat the Rockies 5-0. The Guardians have the day off today, but will stay at home and start a weekend series with the Minnesota Twins tomorrow. The Cincinnati Reds were facing a sweep against the Los Angeles Dodgers last night, but were able to avoid it with a 5-2 win. Spencer Steer hit a 2-run triple to break a 2-2 tie in the 8th, while Nick Martinez earned the victory on the hill, giving up just 2 earned runs in 6 innings. The Reds are the only team in the MLB to not get swept. The Reds will start a series today versus the Atlanta Braves. Coverage starts at 6:40. You can catch that game over on ESPN Columbus. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are live out at the practice fields for Ohio State, Woody Hayes facility. We are here through 9 a.m. Bishop and Friends will be on right after us, giving you the latest from the start of OSU fall practice. The reminiscing that must be going on in your head, Tyvis. Do you have a moment that you can recall from being out here where you had the entire everybody watching just was like, oh, Tyvis Powell, and like everybody was going crazy? Did you have a moment like that?
Yeah, it's called circle drill. So back when Coach Meyer was here, we had circle drill was when you had 2 guys, you line up about, I'd say about 2 yards apart. And he would say, he'd get in front of you, hold your helmets back, and then he'll say, go. Y'all had to go against each other, run, and try to push each other out the circle.
Yeah.
And whoever dominated won the drill. So
yeah,
I did a week where this was the week that I lost my stripe, my black stripe. I went into like week 3 of the season. We were playing Cal Berkeley. and I was on a scout team, and I just had a good week. I was doing a really good job against Devin Smith, Philly, all those guys, and it ended with he's like, this guy right here, if he wins this drill, we're going to take his stripe off. And he brought me up there, and I had to go up against Slim Michael Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember, like, at that moment, you gotta mentally go somewhere. When you in this drill, it ain't no kiki, ha, ha, ha type thing. You got to mentally, like, just think of dark thoughts, right? So mentally, I was out of it. Like, my eyes was white. You didn't you didn't even recognize me. Mm-hmm. And I ended up beating Mike in the drill. And I remember everybody just going crazy, like, he got his stripe off. So it was a good moment for me. And I don't know if they still do circle drill or not, but I know when you lose that stripe, it's a great feeling. The only guy that I couldn't beat in circle drill, like, I think I lost. I think I went against him twice. I lost every time, and it was, like, bad. Cardell, man.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Cardell was 300 pounds.
Well,
so,
yeah,
I was 205, so he had that on me to begin with. But Cardell, man, I don't think I've ever seen him really lose in circle drill. That dude was good.
That's like Oklahoma drill is another term for that, right?
Yeah, but it's not a ball carrier and it's not a tackler.
Oh,
it's
right.
Just two guys
just
pushing each other.
Yeah. Trust me, those videos are, every time you see one of them, they make the rounds. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's allowed anymore, but it does seem like that's something that probably isn't as.
After I broke my wrist,
I'd still watch it.
After I broke my wrist, I told Coach Mike, "Don't even look at me to do that because I'm not like my senior year. I did not one of them because I'm not doing that."
Yeah, it's impressive that you had that kind of pull. It's good though.
Well, I mean, what was he gonna do? Like,
call you and say,
"You want me to go out there and just get mopped?" Like, I'm not. I have no chance. I stand no chance at winning this.
I don't know if this guy has a chance of winning his court case, but former NBA star Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, apparently were arrested yesterday on a federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business for high-stakes poker games. Essentially what they're saying is that Agent Zero was renting out a house to a bunch of people who were putting on, like, big poker tournaments. Mm-hmm. These poker tournaments were so elaborate, they hired bouncers, they hired, bartenders, they hired women to come and be companions, essentially, of these high-roller gambling clients that would come in. Anyway, he is saying he has been indicted on one count of operating an illegal gambling business and one count of making false statements to federal investigators, as do, I think it's 4 or 5 other people that were indicted in this. But the one guy, Yevgeny Gershman, 49 years old, a.k.a. Giora, he is a suspected organized crime figure from Israel. So, like, you're talking about the mob.
Yeah.
You're talking about getting involved with the mob and gambling. That seems bad. I don't know if it's worse than throwing a pitch in the dirt during a Major League Baseball game. I don't think you go to federal court for that. But I think it's a gambling scandal yet again around sports involving now a former player in Agent Zero. But yeah, that was pretty surprising when I saw that yesterday.
I think that took everybody by surprise. Like, Gilbert Arenas, like, what? And then I immediately thought, like, well, who was in his circle that told on him? And then obviously this morning when I woke up, I sent you the video.
Right.
Of him leaving out the thing. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I rented that place, so I don't know nothing about any of that stuff. So I'm interested to see how this thing plays out. But man, like, when you got them people on you like that, like they come raid the house, like that's not good.
No,
that's
no.
Not good at all.
I don't want to be a part of any of that, right? Like, I can't imagine having the means to be able to, like, have a house that's that nice that someone's like, yeah, let me rent that out for my high-level gambling thing. And then also being like, yes, I would like to put that all at risk for you. Now, I don't know, but I'm guessing if you're renting it, that puts you in trouble because the money that they're paying you is coming from illegal activity, right? Like, if you own a restaurant and you're like, well, I don't know, I get this bread from this guy, and then it turns out the guy is, like, stealing from every bakery in town, that doesn't mean you're not you're somewhat, I think, a part of that. Maybe you don't get as bad of a charge as the guy doing the theft, but
what they call it, an accomplice.
I mean, you're the one who's providing the place. Now, if I'm sure his defense is going to be, and any lawyer I think would say,
had no idea.
It wasn't me. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was out of the country when I rented this out. I have a property manager. I don't even talk to these people. I don't even know who these people are. But yeah, it ain't. What I'm saying is, it's not like L.A. County decided to go after this guy. This is federal law enforcement
that's what scares
with international mob ties. Like that's even the thing with the NBA where he brought the gun into the locker room. Like that's also bad. I'm not saying that's good. That's a much less charged than what this is. Like this is horrible if this happens. Like if he gets convicted of this.
His post on IG says, "I'm back on the streets. This ain't got S to do with me. Just rented the house. Wasn't a part of the festivities."
Listen, he might be telling 100% the truth there. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I would think any lawyer would be screaming at him, please say nothing until we put this in. You're innocent, but don't say on Instagram, don't say anything. Just let it play out.
He seeing his name being dragged, and he don't like it. It's
well,
hard. It's hard for a podcast person to be quiet in the moment. Remember, Shannon Sharpe was doing that.
I know. But the way I would answer that is like, you know what? You can be the podcast person once we make sure you don't go to federal prison. Like I will give you months, please. For months of silence, you get years of freedom. Just hold on a second. Let me fight this case for you in court, not out in the public eye.
He want his name cleared.
I know. I can't imagine being in that situation if you're innocent. I can't imagine being in it if you're guilty either. Because
I couldn't imagine just being at the house and then the feds just come, boom, kick the door, and you'd be like, what?
No, I don't even. No, I can't imagine any of that. So I did. We'll find out with Gilbert Arenas, I guess. That's the only thing I can say about it. But man, if that's the way your Wednesday goes, that's a bad Wednesday. No matter how he's trying to spin it, that's a bad Wednesday. All right, we are live from the practice facility here at Ohio State. Woody Hayes Athletic Center. We are out here until 9 o'clock, and then Bishop and Friends will take over. They are going to actually watch live drills. They'll give you their first thoughts on what they're seeing from the quarterbacks, from all the position battles out here, and more. We're going to talk to Austin Ward at 8:30. Coming up next, though, Aaron Rodgers may actually be forced to shut up and play football this year. We'll discuss it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. Well, things are still not looking good for our roadways for this Thursday. We are noticing about 4 crashes right now, most of them on 71 in that northbound and southbound direction. One of our main concerns is going to be over in Delaware County. 71, that southbound direction, just past Delaware County, that rest area, 626. We are noticing a right shoulder blocked out there. Drive times not looking good whatsoever. Lots of red on our Time Saver traffic map. 9 miles per hour reported for your drive times there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Reds fans, Snoop Dogg is coming to Great American Ballpark on August 11th. Catch your Reds as they face off against the Phillies and hang out after the game for a live set from Snoop Dogg. Presented by Ohio Lottery and Network for Hope. Want to party in the pit with Snoop? Upgrade your access to a pit field pass. You don't want to miss this. For tickets and more information, visit reds.com/Snoop.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gahanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy. For about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And there was a time I dreaded getting out of bed in the morning. I dreaded doing my workouts. I dreaded trying to carry my kids around because nothing felt good. My knee was bothering me. And I know there's a lot of folks out there that are going through the same thing. Years of sports or abuse or whatever it is on your body is taking its toll. Do not wait any longer. There is a treatment protocol that doesn't require surgery, doesn't require pills. It's going to repair and restore the joint tissue itself. We're talking about natural cellular therapies with my friends over at QC Kinetics. I checked them out. My dad checked them out. No long recovery, just the relief that you need. You can bring your x-rays, your MRIs to QC Kinetics for free. There's no pressure. The chat, they're going to evaluate you, look at you, lay out a protocol to see if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tails of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Hey, Ohio, don't wait. The Ohio State Fair is here now through Sunday, August 3rd. Experience fair favorites like the Butter Cow, livestock animals, shopping, delicious food, exciting entertainment, thrilling rides, competitions, and so much more. Make memories that will last a lifetime at the Ohio State Fair through August 3rd. Get your tickets at ohiostatefair.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See, we didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see chances of showers and thunderstorms in your morning forecast. Otherwise, it'll be a mostly cloudy start with our wake-up temperatures in the 70s. And then for this afternoon, first half of the day, best chances for showers and thunderstorms, some which could have heavier downpours. Otherwise, starting off mostly cloudy, but by the time you're heading home from work, becoming partly cloudy and cooler today with our highs only getting into the upper 70s. We'll see lows down into the low 60s overnight. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
If you are a sports fan and you are in Ohio, you should turn your passion into serious action. Well, you can anyway with Prime Sports Ohio. They are doing a massive welcome deposit match offer. You can deposit up to $400. Up to $400, Prime Sportsbook will match your deposit 100%. That is for your initial deposit. That's why it's called a welcome deposit match offer. So you put in $25. They'll match that in bonus bets, $25. And those bonus bets are good for up to a year. Have them ready for football season, basketball season, whatever you want. Don't miss out. This offer is for first-time deposits only. You get it by going to Prime Sports Ohio's app or visit primesportsbook.com to get started today. Additional terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and older and present in Ohio. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please play responsibly. Please don't play if you are a current Major League Baseball pitcher. That joke will get old eventually. But not today.
Every time the Guardians lose, people gonna say that they're gambling.
Yeah.
They got some coin on it.
Got two guys under investigation for pitches in the dirt. I don't know what to tell you. Aaron Rodgers may be forced to shut up and play football this year. So he likes to go on Pat McAfee's show. I think most people are aware of this who follow like the McAfee show or follow this story. But if you're not aware, he got paid last year at least $1 million to go on that show. And I believe he did the year before as well. So, like, it's lucrative for Aaron Rodgers to keep doing it. Not that he needs $1 million, but then again, who doesn't need $1 million for popping on a Zoom call for an hour a week, right? Like, that's what he basically does for that show. But you get a lot of quotes out of him when he does. A lot of people tune in. I'm sure it's one of their most popular segments, either with people loving to watch Aaron Rodgers or who can't stand him, but they want to see what he has to say. In either case, they were out at Steelers camp, the McAfee show was, and they had Aaron Rodgers on. And they said, hey, you're with the Steelers now. It's not some flimsy fly-by-night organization like the Green Bay Packers were or the New York Jets. What are you going to do? You going to be on this show? Are you going to still do this? And he said, talk to him. And he pointed at their communications director for the Steelers and kind of made this sound like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. And I find that so interesting that the Steelers have the pull to basically tell Aaron Rodgers, no, we don't want you to do that. Any NFL team, I would think, would tell a guy not to do that. It's a bad idea from the NFL standpoint where they want to control the messaging. Having your star quarterback who says lots of crazy things go on TV once a week to a national audience, that's not exactly keeping the message in-house.
It's just the times have changed so much because you got so many players now with their own podcasts and like it's like, to me, from an athletic standpoint, from an athlete standpoint, it's you're maximizing your revenue because people obviously want to hear from you and, you know, you can control your own narrative and things like that. And you can say what you want to say because it's your thing. To where if you're like a coach, it's like, I don't want everything that we do to be out there in the media. Like but I think that what has to happen in that situation is the coach has to be like, yeah, we're not, when you go on there, we don't talk about these things. And I would hope that Aaron Rodgers has that same, I think
no, go ahead. Don't. I like when we just say it. Go ahead and just say it.
I believe that he is at least a little smart enough to know that, like, you know, certain things that you shouldn't say.
I don't think he's going to go out there and say, like, here's a game plan and here's what we're going to do.
No, but, like, if he go out there and be like, yeah, you know what, Mike Tomlin called that and we shouldn't have called that, like that type of thing. Like, I don't want that to be a thing either because you don't ever want to throw people under the bus in public.
Well, and that's the thing. Aaron Rodgers won't necessarily – he is the master of saying a thing that sounds like, to anyone with a brain – boy, if I didn't know better, I think you were ripping this person or you were saying you're hinting at something that sounds like this. And then when people question him about that a few days later after the media's chewed on it, he'll go, where in the world did you get that idea? It's like from you 3 days ago when you basically said that without saying it. Like that's like a perfect example. And again, I don't care. Be married, don't be married, have a private life outside of football. That's all well and good. He got married apparently sometime over the spring. People found out about this because he brought it up. He wore a wedding ring. He went to a media thing with the Steelers, and they're like, what, you got a ring on? He's like, yeah, got married. Yeah. And then, like, a few days later, he's like, I don't know why everybody wants to pry into my personal life. It's like, what? Because you made it weird. And people are curious about why it's so weird for you.
He does this weekly with McAfee?
He did.
Pat McAfee Tuesdays.
Yeah. He'd go on. Wasn't it for an hour, Dylan? Am I wrong?
I don't think it was for an hour. I think it would be for maybe 15 minutes or a half an hour. But I kind of think it's hypocritical when people talk about crap about him being on there. It's because we want this kind of access from players, and how many coaches across the country, dozens, either in college or the NFL, that do some type of coaches show. I don't see how this is any different. I mean, the only thing that's really different about it is kind of the format of it with Pat, but I enjoy when he's on with Pat. I think it's very insightful, and I think a lot of people don't like Aaron Rodgers, so they're like, oh, he shouldn't be doing this. But if it was a player that you liked that was on a weekly show, I bet you would enjoy it.
Well, here's where, I don't know. Here's where I come down. One, I don't like Aaron Rodgers. He annoys me. But two, I'm with you from the standpoint of he gives someone like me who does this job, he gives content.
Right.
And as a fan, I enjoy it when a juicy quote from him pops up on social media. It gets retweeted and shared. What bothers me with him is where he will say things specifically like, like with the Jets last year, it was last offseason after he had the injury after one game and he spent the whole time rehabbing. And then it was like, all right, this offseason, no BS. We're going to get locked in and focused. Anything outside of football is irrelevant. You got to be here and with us because if we want to win a championship, that's how you do it. Then he announced he was going to possibly explore a run for president with RFK Jr. And it's like, you just said everyone should lock in and have no distractions, and now you're a distraction. Or you're distracted at the very least. Those are the problems I have with him. You're right, Dylan. I don't mind him talking. It's just if I were a Steelers fan, I wouldn't want him to do that. If I'm a part of the Steelers organization who apparently has some say here, I wouldn't want him to do that either. I'd say, no, we'd rather the messaging come from us, not from you.
Like, one of the coolest episodes of Pat McAfee show is after they traded for Devontae Adams, and they were like, hey, how do you feel about trading for your old wide receiver? And they're like, why don't you ask him? And then Devontae Adams just pops up on the screen at Aaron Rodgers' house. Like, we're not getting that, 5-10 years ago. You would never get a moment like that.
No, that's a fair thing. You're right. And I enjoy that. The other part of that, though, is when he goes on and says Jimmy Kimmel is on a list, then you're like, oh, okay, hey, week 3, let's talk about who they're playing. Those are the distractions that, but you're right, from a content factory.
I will admit that was a little reckless. And by little, I mean a lot reckless.
That's why, if he was, and that's why you said those coaches shows, because most guys who have that position are not going to be that reckless, other than Hugh Freeze. But most of the other coaches are not going to be so reckless that they would just say something that goes that. In fact, most coaches' stuff, if I'm honest, and I'm good with it, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, a coach will say something.
It's coaches talk.
It's by design.
Yeah.
And we had Ryan Day on literally today, and obviously we have a little relationship with him. We've talked with him before, and that's good that we had that relationship, right? That we can have a little bit more fun with him. But when they get on the podium in front of 50 media members, they don't want to be interesting. They want to keep everything the message that they want, and they want to get out of there with nobody going viral. That's the reality of their jobs. So
they were who we thought they were, and we let them off the length and girth.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze, length and girth, baby. Like he was trying to keep it on running backs. That one went viral. I don't know what else he said. That maybe in the rest of that press conference he said other things, but then he's like, I got to throw length and girth out there so people ignore that.
I'm trying to think I'm trying to think back when I was playing. Like, that's like if Sherm had a podcast when I was playing. You know what I would say if I was a teammate of his? When you gonna have me on the show?
Of course, of course.
When you thought all this, let me get on the show. Let me tell people who you really are.
Well,
that's what I would do.
Think about that too, though. If you're a quarterback, right, and it's like, hey, can I come on your show? And he's like, no. You're like, oh.
It's like
man.
that, huh?
Maybe, and then suddenly now we got a little problem.
No, it wouldn't be a problem. It'd be a running joke. I guess I'm not good enough. Guess I'm not good. You have Devontae on, but, I can't get on. Okay, it's cool. I understand.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If then he throws you, if he throws you the ball 5 times the next game, you're like, all right, we're good again. I don't care. Like, I'm getting my catches. I'm getting the looks. You're right. That probably goes a long way.
Yeah, I think it's not really that big of a deal. Like I said, as long as he's not throwing anybody under the bus like Jimmy Kimmel.
That was, again, as long as he doesn't go off there, I'm with you on the whole, I enjoy it. I can understand, though, completely why the Steelers might say, please no. The Steelers are also famous for not wanting to do hard knocks. Mike Tomlin specifically has said multiple times, I don't know why we have to do this. I don't like doing it. It makes no sense. I would rather not do it. All that stuff, right? So, this is an organization that doesn't like distractions, and they get distractions all the time. We are out here at the Woody Hayes facility. We are ready for practice to start just about a half an hour away. You are going to have the guys out on the field. Earlier today, we had Brian Hartline, Brian Day join us. If you missed that, you can find the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Just search for T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. You'll get it every day. And then subscribe while you're there. Keep it coming every day. You can hear what we have to say and how stupid we are. And
let me ask you a question.
Dilda Rooney conversations, whatever else happens.
Stop.
We all love some good sex.
Yes, Dylan. Thank you. Perfect.
Dylan, stop pushing buttons back there. Let me ask you: Is it because it's Jeremiah Smith that you don't have faith in me? What if it was like?
Oh, say a name. Let's get it real messy out here. Let's go. Which OSU wide receiver do you think sucks, Tyvis? Go ahead.
I want to say, let's say it's an incoming freshman.
Oh, okay.
Who's the incoming?
I don't know their speeds. I don't know who's like the fastest guy out there.
Let's see.
I mean, here's the thing. It is partially because you said you didn't just pick on anyone. You picked
Let's say it's Quincy Porter. This is his first year, right? I don't think he's here. Quincy Porter is a freshman. He's a 6'4" guy, 210.
Okay, big dude.
What I'm looking at.
You're going to have all the technique.
You think that
you're going to be? You're going to have the mental game down.
So
you're going to talk crap to him and get him off his game.
You would be more lenient to say that I could get that stop. Did Jeremiah?
I understand more where that confidence comes from. We literally were having a discussion earlier today about if Jeremiah Smith went into an NFL locker room, how many locker rooms would he not be the number one receiver in?
Anybody can get got.
It's probably 25 NFL teams right now. If he walked in, they'd say, there's our new number one guy right there.
Anybody can be stopped once.
All right.
One rep.
That's fine.
And Ryan
Music's
Day
going
said
out
that Jeremiah Smith is bigger, stronger, faster. He's basically saying that Jeremiah is like Scott Steiner.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
That's right.
So I don't think you could stop him, Tyvis.
Steiner Math says, I think, you know what? Steiner Math says, Tyvis, you get him once. You know what?
I mean, no, it ain't no.
After 100 tries, and he's gone against 99 other defensive backs who are all fresh, you can try 100. I think you get him.
It's sad that you don't believe in me. I thought we were better than this.
Listen, I believe in you against anyone your age. I'll go with that.
Okay.
I got to look at who's actually the same age as you. There's a 31-year-old wide receiver probably.
There's plenty of 31-year-old wide
I'm still going to say it. I'm still going to take him. Austin Ward. He'll join us in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Still noticing some pretty big crashes for our folks over on the north side, just west of Westerville. Still looking at that crash on 71 northbound, just before that 270 intersection. 2 left lanes still blocked at this hour, 10 miles per hour for your drive time there. But hey, take a look. Just south of this area, another crash, 71 northbound at 270, right at that intersection. Right lane blocked there. Looks like their traffic cams. 1 car involved. Looks to have been flipped over to the side. Want to make sure everyone is taking it nice and easy on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Want to get 30% stronger in just 8 weeks? Then GNC Ant Whey Bolic is your protein. From America's #1 protein powder brand for building strength, Ant Whey Bolic delivers ultra-pure, fast-digesting whey protein packed with 6.2 grams of leucine for faster gains in muscle growth and recovery. If you want more out of every workout, then settle for nothing less than a premium formula that's third-party tested for over 285 banned substances and proven to get you stronger, faster. Go to your local GNC for Whey Bolic and get ready for gains.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends July 31st.
See Home Club for details.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are live at the Woody Hayes. The start of fall camp is upon us. Football season is just around the corner. Talking season's done, Austin Ward.
Talking season never ends.
I am so jealous at the fact that they get fans at practice. You know how much more amped I would have been?
Oh, I've seen it out here.
I would have picked the ball off and tossed it in the stands.
You just got yourself a rep right over here as soon as the fans walked.
Did you see that? Look, they was like, "Who is that?"
No, it's so. This is awesome. Just so you know, Tyvis has been saying he could lock down Jeremiah Smith for 1 rep.
1 rep.
No, he's lying.
I know he is.
What's wrong with y'all?
But here's the thing.
Y'all got to stop this.
Since this has come up.
What, are you going to hold him? Or
No. I would never do that.
Hope I don't get called?
We gonna run the route. Listen, y'all got to understand, man. I went up against in the league. I went up against some guys. Like,
I know you did.
I went up against some dudes in the league, and I'm just like,
I've
seen a lot. Like, I've seen a lot, and I'm not that far off. Like, although I don't drill and do all those things, it's a natural thing. Like, it's naturally your body just picks right back up.
I believe you that you have confidence in yourself. What's been fun out here, though, is Austin, he's done this like 3 times now where he's hopped down and said, let me show you how I would do it. And then he pulls like Matt Fishman, our program director, is like, Fish,
I had Fish locked. Fish was locked.
Well, here's what I'd say. Fish, Berm, you're shutting those guys out.
Yes, that's 100%. What I mean. I believe in you.
I think a nice and warm Jeremiah Smith.
What about
start of practice here in 30 minutes? I'm sorry, man. I love you.
Okay, what
it
about
ain't happening.
all right? What about tight ends? What about Max Clare?
Yeah, I think you're going to win a rep against Max Clare. But you get that's what I mean.
You see?
I'm thinking
you
about
this?
your safety skills and a good matchup there against a tight end. I'm betting.
Well, the thing is, when it comes to me versus tight ends, I always took it personally.
That's right.
To me, like that's
you're like Michael Jordan. With
yeah. Like I cannot lose to a tight end. Like I don't know what it was about them. I was not going to lose to a tight end. So if I line up today against Max Clare, I'm going to treat him like he's Randy Moss.
There we go.
I have to be locked all the way. I probably lock in more for him than JJ.
Yeah, I believe you. All right. Sorry, Bone. I've interrupted your segment.
No. It's good because I've had Ryan Day ask this question. I've asked Brian Hartline this question. They both were like, they're respectful of an OSU legend.
Sure.
But they also have a player that they know. I mean, we were debating this in the office. I'm curious to get your thoughts. NFL wide receiver rooms, you go around the league and you say, hi, Jeremiah Smith's walking off this field and he's walking into your wide receiver room. He's the number 1 guy in probably 25 of those rooms, is my guess.
It feels like hyperbole, Bone, like we're too close to the situation we see him. But I remember I was down in Tennessee a month ago for vacation, and I was talking with somebody down there who came up to the Ohio State game, the playoff game, and he's a really passionate college football fan, owns some businesses down there. He's involved with NIL for Tennessee, and he said, we watched him during warm-ups. He's the greatest player I've ever seen. and so I'm like, it's not just us around here in Columbus that watch him every day. I think everyone around college football recognizes how elite he is. And, Tyvis, you've been through this. You know that the day-to-day grind at the NFL level is different, and the tests are week after week are at the highest level. But I have a hard time imagining if you put JJ on an NFL roster right now, as physically developed as he is, as polished as he is, as a full all-around wide receiver. I mean, it doesn't seem crazy to me that you're talking about him being a top 10 caliber receiver in the NFL right this very moment. And maybe that wouldn't be the reality, Bone, but it sure feels like it's within his grasp.
I mean, when you just look at him and just the things that he does, it's like there's really nothing that he doesn't do well.
Yeah.
He runs really good routes. He's fast. He's big. He catches he had 2 drops last season on the entire year. Like,
really started strong, dropping that screen.
And that was a touchdown. So, like, it's amazing to think about who he is now. Yeah, I still get him in 1 rep, but that's neither here nor there. Let me ask you about a guy like Devin Sanchez. Obviously, Berm, your partner in crime, Berm, was like, he could be potentially the Jeremiah Smith as a freshman for DBs.
Yeah.
My question is, how do you see him getting on the field? I mean, you got with that loaded defensive back room with obviously IGB, and then you got Jermaine, and my papers is gone.
Yeah.
You got Aaron Scott, all these guys, Lorenzo Styles. Where do you see him getting time on the field?
I think it's going to be interesting starting today, Tyvis, to see where he's grown and developed since the end of spring. Because I think he went through those first couple acclimation periods in March, and it's like, this is going to be easy because the natural athleticism is out there. You don't have the pads on. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly they're putting more on your plate, and the reps get more challenging, and the responsibilities get more complicated. I think what I've been most impressed with, aside from the physicality and just the maturity that Devin Sanchez showed up with physically, is the mental maturity. He recognized in the middle of, hey, I'm getting lost on some of these reps. I'm probably not ready to just go be a day 1 starter. So then what does that mean? How did he work throughout May, June, and July to get ready for this opportunity that's ahead of him right here? the situation when Berm has talked about it and you and I have talked about it, if he is the Jeremiah Smith of corners, then, it's at wide receiver it is much easier to get on the field right away, I think. I'm trying to give you and your cohorts in the secondary some credit for the difficulty of doing that and understanding scheme and not just like running a route and understanding, where one piece is going on a given play.
It's a lot.
So I think that's a long-winded way of saying you can't just expect Devin Sanchez to go have the same immediate impact that Jeremiah Smith did, or at least I don't. Now, that could change, but Ohio State's also in a position where 99% of the other teams in the country would say, well, he's Devin Sanchez, and he's already better than what we've got on our roster. He's going to play. Ohio State, Aaron Scott is a 5-star from a year ago. He's got a year of Mickey Marotti strength training. He's got a year of experience in the program. You have IGB and Jermaine Matthews back. So you can actually take a more cautious approach, and that's not to say that if Devin Sanchez doesn't prove it in August that he won't be out there. He will, but I think that there's a world where the Buckeyes don't, quote-unquote, need him to do that.
Yeah, it's more hard to get on the field as a corner because it's so detrimental to the team. It's such an important position that if you're not ready, they will bomb you, and that's touchdown, and you directly could lose the game. So if you're a wide receiver, you get out there, if you drop a pass, it's not the end of the world. But, at corner, the stakes are so high.
Yeah.
It's you have to be able to withstand this.
And that's not to say that he won't be ready for that by August 30th, but, I think it's probably more likely that you see that opportunities steadily progress as the year goes on, and maybe not necessarily against Texas.
I just noticed as we're talking, there are some footballs flying through the air because it looks like kickers and
specialists out, baby.
Yeah, they're out there getting warmed up. So that means we're officially not. Again, I don't know how people feel about special teams, but Jim Tressel said, one of the 3 phases. It's important. So
the punt is the most important play of the game.
That's right. We have live action going on right now, and people are making their way in to watch it. So that's a really cool thing that Ohio State does. Like you said, Tyvis, having the fans out here. Where their eyes are going to be, though. You see 2 quarterbacks out there. There's more than 2. But you're going to see 2 of them going head-to-head.
Yep.
How soon in this process do you think, given your experience with Ryan Day over the years, that he comes out and, I don't expect him today to come off the field and be like, all right, Julian Saint's a guy.
Yeah.
But how soon do you think that takes for him to make that decision?
Last year, I actually correctly predicted the exact date of Ohio State's announcement. But I don't feel
that's locked in.
But I don't.
That's locked in. Right
I
there.
don't feel as confident doing it this year, Bone, because I truly, honestly believe, and that's coming directly from Ryan Day. It's both public and private conversations about that it's a legitimate battle, and I know that all 3 of us sitting here, if we had to bet on who was going to win the job, we would say Julian Saint. We believe in the upside of the passing ability, the arm talent, the quick release, all those things. That doesn't mean that Lincoln Kienholz is not making it real, that it's not legitimate, that it's not valid, that there's not going to be a role for someone with his dual threat athleticism on this team. But, that's the complicating factor. The last time we had a real one was 2 years ago, and no one really took that job by the throat and said, I am the guy. And I don't think that Ryan Day will waste time if that becomes apparent to him one way or the other, Julian Saint or Lincoln Kienholz. They're playing Texas on August 30th. If you can start putting in a game plan and start installing and start building the first team reps for one of those guys, the earlier you can do that, the better. So I'm not
so next Thursday is what you got.
I think you need to see a scrimmage first, right, Tyvis?
That's Saturday.
And that's sort of when the rest of the team, because you've been through this. The locker room has to believe it too.
Yes, they do.
Because their eyes see it every day.
I agree.
So you're not making a decision just based on, well, this is long-term potential, or I like this, that. If the team doesn't believe it, then you have a real problem, which I think may have been a little bit of an issue in 2015, but we don't need to talk about that.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Well, it was also an issue 2 years ago, right? Because everyone believed different things about the way that you should go. So I don't know, Bone, if that's going to happen by a week from Sunday, if it's going to be August 15th. I think Ohio State really wants clarity on that, and they need one of these guys to give it to them.
Yeah. And that's what they all keep saying is the room knows. Yeah. And, that's all that really matters. As long as those guys have a confidence in whoever steps out there when we get to August 30th, that's all I really care about. And it's not just those battles. We know there's other position battles, too. That's why We watch you. We watch Jeremy Birmingham, the two kings of OSU media. I'm going to say off the board. Yeah,
that's
great.
too much.
That's a bold. No, I'm throwing it out there. Tim May's not around, is he? I can say that. It's good. Okay,
I haven't seen him yet. He'll be here though.
He will definitely be here.
Awesome. We appreciate the time. We'll be watching Austin and Berm 10 Plus. If you haven't seen it, 10 TV Plus, our 10 Plus app. Go check that out. And of course, they've got their podcast everywhere. Up next, it is time for the buzzer. We'll do that when we get back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are still noticing a lot of congestion for folks over on the north side. That's because of some crashes pretty close to each other. The first one's going to be on 71 northbound, just past 270 on that north side. Left lane still blocked at this hour. Just south of here, though, 71 northbound at 270. Right shoulder is blocked out there as well. Not only impacting traffic on 71 northbound, of course, but also 270 in both directions. Want to make sure everyone is taking it nice and slow and safe on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be, and if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream. And once you taste it, you'll know why. Right now, get 2 48-ounce cartons of UDF peach ice cream for $10. It's only here for a short time. UDF peach ice cream, made for you.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is simple and effective. At the end of the day, it's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And betting reduced juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets and be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
The Fan is the official station of summertime. Sipping on a lemonade, the smell of fresh-cut grass in the air, and Common Man playing fart noises on the radio.
Was that a fart?
Ah, summer. The Fan, Ohio's summer destination.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports? Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Live at the Woody Hayes, we are out here for OSU Fall Camp. We'll be back tomorrow as well, but joining me now, part of Bishop and Friends, he is Eric Reeser.
Gentlemen.
Reese, you guys are doing 9 to noon today and tomorrow as well out here. What are you excited about checking out here? You've done this last year. This is my first year being out here for broadcasting purposes. How was it for you last year, and what do you think it's going to be like this year?
It was great last year. It's bigger this year. It's football.
Yeah.
Like, if this doesn't get you excited for 30 days from now, you do need to check your pulse. And also, I do feel like mentioning I am the least famous butt that's been in this seat this morning. You've had Brian Hartline, you've had Ryan Day, you've had Austin Ward. I don't know if I'm adequate enough to sit in this, but I will do the best I can. Now, this is as cool as it gets for fans of this program. I was mentioning with Tyler that it's still weird to me that other schools haven't followed along in this blueprint. Because this is how you get fans even more excited for your opener. And especially if your opener's like some Cupcake Max school, like the Ohio Bobcats. Ohio State's lucky in that they get Texas.
The Akron Zips.
Akron Zips, Fear the Roo.
That's right. I mean, for now, Max school, but who knows in the future.
Yeah, don't go to the Sun Belt. Nobody should go to the Sun Belt.
You don't want to see OU in the Sun Belt?
I don't want to see
They'll run the Sun Belt.
I don't need that. I need them in the Mid-American Conference. They're a charter member. But they're the least important Ohio school today, as all eyes will be on the Buckeyes. We're hoping to get Ryan Day after practice in a jovial mood. It's day one.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure what we're going to expect or what even they expect from these guys. I walked out there a couple minutes ago. Nick McLarty, their 6'7" punter, all the 6'7".
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I didn't know they made people that big.
Well, it's crazy, though, too, because if you saw him at a basketball practice, you'd be like, yeah, he's an average size.
He's the forward.
But when you see him on a football field, it's like that's a size that you're just not used to, especially at that position. So, yeah, this is the fun part for me of being around, like going up to when I've gone up to Berea for Browns camps, being around Ohio State as I have over the years, like in media capacities. Like when you actually see the players up close, you're watching them on TV and everybody looks kind of normal sized. Even like when I met Tyvis for the first time, I was like, all right.
He played football?
A little heavier than I thought, but no.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
No, but I was like, wow, like this is a guy who's like a pretty normal-sized safety in the NFL, and yet...
No, I wasn't.
You weren't?
No.
I thought you were...
That's why, didn't I tell you every time I went to go, like, when I got cut and I had to go work out for teams, and I would go, like, when we lined up to, like, do the drills, and people would be like, what you here for? What position? You play linebacker? And I was like, no, I play corner or safety. And they'd be like, what?
Yeah, okay,
like,
so a little bit.
Yeah,
but still, I'm saying, like, on a football field, you fit right in. And out here, when you see these guys up close, you finally get a sense of, like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's a whole different ballgame seeing it up close. So if you've never been to one of these, yeah, you should definitely try to get to one when they do these. Obviously, camp is open, so it's going to be a lot of fun being out here, and I'm sure you guys will be locked on that quarterback battle, among other things.
Are you going to get a Jeremiah autograph?
If I can get one. Look, the cool thing about the openness of this camp is there are so many players that they lean into it and they interact with the fans. As soon as they come out, you see people. Last year,
Jelani Thurman went down the line giving down.
Last year, I saw Caleb Downs do something similar. Like, I think to you, and had you been a player during this, you'd have done the exact same thing. Like, the interaction and just how much everybody buys into this concept is something that you cannot find anywhere else. We'll try to get Jeremiah Smith. If I can get an autograph, great. I mean, the second I do, it's going up on eBay.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's not often you get the ability to get the Heisman Trophy winner's autograph before the season in which he wins the stiff arm.
And it should, you know what? Right? First, and it should be first at 2. So Buckeyes are making the way out on the field right now. We're going to hit the buzzer, and we're going to listen in to Bishop and Friends right after that. So let's do the buzzer, Dylan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings in Dublin. AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
So I have a question for both of you. Hall of Fame game tonight. The Detroit Lions get it started against the LA Chargers. That involves, now I am someone who feels like you can just watch a game and you don't have to root for anyone. Mm-hmm. It's obviously going to be a lot of third and fourth string and practice squad guys trying to stay on the roster. But if you had to root for one of these two teams tonight, you have to either root for a team from Michigan or a team that is coached by a Michigan man in Jim Harbaugh. And I really don't know how to. I feel like
I can root for Dan Campbell.
I'm about to say I can root for Detroit.
I like Dan Campbell. I'm with you on that. It feels weird knowing that all the people who are happy when Detroit wins are often people who are happy when Ohio State loses, and that makes me feel weird.
I know Jim Harbaugh's going to wear cleats out there tonight. I hope at one point when he's running on the field he trips and falls and scrapes his knee. That's what I wish for him tonight.
Tyler Fogum on ESPN said, take the Chargers plus the point.
Go Chargers, go.
Pure degenerate season is here.
It is.
If you are betting on this, I have a number for you.
I think Emmanuel Classe's got nothing to do. He's
got time now.
He's got plenty of time.
Well, this is technically legal for him to bet on this.
And he's still getting paid by the Cleveland Guardians. So
that's right.
He can use that money. Yeah. He might need to put a lot
1-800-GAMBLER, honestly.
Yeah. I see number 10 running out on the field. I think that's going to be a quarterback. It's going to be an important number to follow as we're out here. He's got the black no-contact jersey on.
Boo,
all right.
It needs to be red.
You can't stop.
Don't worry.
You had a 300-pound quarterback that was like a Mack truck.
Cardale's live!
All right. It's going to be another 3 hours of fun out here as camp gets underway for Ohio State. We'll have all the action for you here and all the reaction after right here on The Fan. Bishop and Friends is next. We'll see you out here tomorrow, bright and early, 6 a.m. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, while we are noticing most of our crashes over on our north side on 71, we are noticing a crash for folks just north of Grove City, 270 eastbound, just past 71. We are still noticing a right shoulder blocked out there. Thankfully, your slowdowns are not as bad compared to those up north. Still want to make sure everyone is taking caution, especially as rain moves into the area this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it a great day.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends July 31st.
See Home Club for details.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way, if that's our answer ring, call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $12,500 bathroom remodel with an additional savings of up to $3,000 plus low to no monthly payments. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Colin Man and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Timmy?
Yeah, we got a lot of fun things going on this month, like karaoke.
And crab legs.
No, not yet. Live bands. We've got food trucks in the outdoor valet area.
Crab legs.
Oh, not yet. On select weekend days throughout the summer. Okay, now crab legs.
And all you can eat crab legs at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Join Penn Play Rewards and play up to $500 on us. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, crab legs.
Oh, yeah, we love crab legs.
Time for crab legs?
Okay, crab legs.
Wake up and cash. It's Top Picks on Morning Juice. Powered by WeWinYouWin.com. Professional sports bettor Chad Patrick. Dropping plays and juicing up your Friday mornings with fresh pick winners. WeWinYouWin.com. Built by winners for winners. Stop guessing and start cashing.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
You ever get decision paralysis, like figuring out what to watch or what to eat? Well, the same applies if you're hiring. It can be overwhelming to have too many candidates to sort through. But with ZipRecruiter, you can proactively find the best ones quickly. How? Through their innovative resume database. ZipRecruiter's resume database uses advanced filtering to quickly hone in on top candidates for your roles. See someone who stands out? You can unlock their contact info instantly. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.